We are actually smoking. The Nickinalivingaard killed the game, brev. Pack. Kai Havertz, even though it was given to Victor Gyökeres, was man of the match. Pack. What else are we going to smoke to? We clearly don't shoot in training. And last but certainly not least, this manager is cooked at Ellen Road on Saturday. Best believe. Pack. What's squadding people? That here. Lava directed in full effect. Well, I thought this was definitely going to be a routine game. It was a nothing game. We'd already got top two. We qualified ages ago. And yeah, man, first half was great. That's the most annoying thing about it. First half was great. Kai Havertz in the number 10. Oh, who knew? Bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? Playing in his actual position, bruv. Actual position. Supplying the Glock, and he will score. And he did. Should have scored a hat-trick, but still. You know what the deal is with that. Nkapie came on. I don't know why. Should have fucking brought on some of the youth, which he did later, by the way, because Per Mertesacker's leaving, you know, doing the whole PR OSES bollocks, which has already failed. It's like the war on drugs. We all know it's a load of bollocks. We all know it's done and dusted. Oh, but look, guys, look, Project Youth, get fucked, bruv. Go suck donkey dick. Like, what are we actually doing here? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a mad thing, bruv. It's a mad thing. Like, Calafiore, never want to see him at centre-back ever again. Ever again. Yes, they scored 2. They shouldn't have even scored 1, bruv. Let's be real. Let's keep it all the way. James Brown ain't it funky in this bitch right here, right now. Fatboy Slim settings, yeah? Never should have happened. Best believe that. Best believe that. Like, what are we doing here? I'll get to the comments very shortly, so bear with, people. Bear with. I do appreciate it. Honestly, I do. Ben White actually did pretty well. Mosquera, I thought he did really well. I thought Mosquera was rushed back a bit. You could argue Calafiore, but Calafiore was... he's not a centre-back. You don't need me, and you definitely don't need Gianni to tell you that shit. Do you know what I'm saying? If you do, you're way too far gone. You're way too far gone. It is what it is. You know, Kepa started, no surprise there. And was anyone surprised when the Sweet Prince gave that penalty away that Kepa was going to save that? I knew it was going in. I knew it was going in. The fact that he did that little hop and dived to the same fucking side, and it was a very good penalty. It was a top quality penalty. But it's like this guy, man. Fucking hell. What is it with keepers at Arsenal that can't save penalties on a regular basis? Like what are we doing here? This manager can't do it. His head's gone, bruv. Well, we know his head's gone because he's still here, bruv. Nickinalivingaard, just like his club captain, his adopted son. Oh no, wait, that's Kai Havertz, but his perfect prefect, bruv. His like buddy, kind of buddy, not really weird ass fucking relationship. Bollocks. You know what I'm saying? Who else? Norgard. I would have rather Norgard at centre back. The midfield wasn't too bad. Ebriezer, in patches okay, but again, not enough. It is what it is. Obviously, Havertz, you know, man of the match. Gyökeres should have had a hat trick. Martinelli, You're a fucking scumbag doing the David Nugent bullshit, trying to ease it in or just tap it in from a millimeter out. That is scumbag behavior. That is mad scrubby. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't rate that. I don't rate that, because getting your numbers up ain't going to improve you as a player. Best believe that. And Saka would do the same shit. Oh, best believe because Saka would do the same shit if he was on the pitch tonight. For damn sure. Madueke. Oh dear. Oh fucking dear. Now, not as bad as Nickinalivingaard, but fucking hell, bro. Fucking hell. Right? How many chances did he have tonight? How many fucking chances did he have? Right? Way too many. Ballooning it over the fucking bar. Like the last one, or the second to last one, close to the 90 and that, I swear that went out the fucking stadium. That went into orbit, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? I swear down. I swear down. Judas, Gabriel Jesus and all of that. That Judas is a class, mate. Class. Back to that is, do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, like, he put the ball in the net. Didn't count. Offside, of course. You know, Martin Odegaard touched the ball, and then Madueke was on the right-hand side, of course. Ended up being offside. You know, nothing going on upstairs with little Martin Odegaard there. Fucking hell, useless cunt, mate. What? He's a fucking dickhead, bruv. I don't care if he's a nice guy. He's a slime ball, bruv. You know why these women hate fucking nice guys, even if they say the opposite? It's because of that shit, bro. Slows it down, destroyed that game single-handedly. Single-handedly. And the manager's got to take a lot of flack for that as well. He knew that was going to happen. He fucking knew as well. Oh, but be happy. Well, why should I be happy? We beat a team that we should have beaten anyway with our eyes closed. You could have put the youth team out there. No Odegaard even on the bench. We would have slapped these lot. Wouldn't have conceded a goal, but no. Mikel has to give Odegaard like an easy half against a team that's already out of the competition. Like, you know, it is what it is. Bank once again for the Renegade Master. Let's just rewind a bit, shall we? To get my fucking words out. And back once again for the Renegade Master, I should say. This manager reverts to type. He reverts to fucking type. He takes Gyökeres off after, 70 minutes or so. Like, I think it was 75th minute, but still, it is. Like, Odegaard coming on at halftime. He should... The thing is with Odegaard, right? You either start him as punishment or you don't bring him on at all. I wouldn't have brought him on. Like, if you're not going to start him, don't bring him on, bruv. Just don't bring him on. I wanted to see a lot of goals tonight, and there was plenty of opportunities. We had plenty of chances. First half, we were brilliant, playing the ball along the ground rather than playing for fucking corners. And, yeah, Lego Heads decides to do Lego Heads shit. Yeah, you know what I mean? And it's as simple as that. So, yeah, big up AJ. Sack him now, yeah. Like, get rid of Nickinalivingaard as well. I would say get rid of Havertz, but to be honest, I mean, look, if there's a good enough offer, I'd take it. Jesus, definitely, but Nickinalivingaard is number one priority. Get this Filus da Buddha out my fucking club, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? The ladies won 6-0 today. Slegger's my manager. Of course, AJ, because we know you watch women's football, and big up each and every single time. 108 subs. Of course, nearly 10 minutes in. I haven't even mentioned it, but look, it is what it is. I'm vibing. You know, this is off the cuff, live and direct and in full effect. Back once again for the Renegade Master. Best believe that. The time is now, my loco settings, bro. The time is now to like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you'll never, ever miss when I go live and direct and in full effect, baby. Or when I upload the next video, either way. Got some shit to sort out, as I always do. You know, I will get around to it anyway, eventually. Lateness is greatness and all of that. You know how I roll. You know, it's not exactly like guns, but, you know, different situation, different person. It is what it is. It is what it fucking is. Big up twofold, bruv. Yes, Natster, the first half was brilliant, but as soon as Odegaard came on, expected us to be crap, and I was right. Odegaard and Saka is crap, need to be sold. Yeah, Odegaard 100%. If there's like 50, 60 mil for Saka at this point, I would take it. Even if we sack Lego head, for me, Saka's done. Bukayo Saka is finito, bro. And it's sad. Like North said earlier on Rashid's channel, big up to both of them and also to Guns. Make sure you liking and subscribing to them. It's just like, yeah, it's really sad. AFC, Captain Hooked, bruv. Love it. I fucking love it. I love it. Do you know what I'm saying? Big up AFC, as always, bruv. As always. Yeah, he's got to go, mate. Nickinalivingaard has to go, bruv. Has to go. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, we lost 1-0 in the second half when Captain Hook came up. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. We've been saying this for fucking years, bruv. One arguably great, but definitely very good season did not fool me, bro. Martinelli the same as well, but especially Bukayo Saka. But with Bukayo Saka, it's more that he never got a rest. Martinelli being played out of position. Odegaard, you could say, you know, he's not a number 10 and all that, blah, blah, blah. But I've seen Odegaard play deeper in midfield. He hardly ever loses the ball in our own half, other than one time I think I saw against Brentford this season. But bar that, like, what does he actually do, bro? That guy is dog shit. Waste of space. Absolute waste of fucking space. Like, come on, man. Jose just beat Real Madrid 4-2. Jose to the ass snap. Oh, I'll take him in a heartbeat over this manager. Any day over Lego Head. That's the thinking of setting up my own YouTube channel. But the thing is, I've got no confidence in front of the camera since I mentioned it on other real ones, YouTube channels. I've already got 30 subs. The only thing I'd say, I'm not really the guy to be giving out advice. I used to do that, but, you know, if you're going to give out advice, you've got to follow through. But since I am on this journey, the journey, guys, it's about the journey, guys. Do you know what I'm saying? But all jokes aside, mate, yeah, do it. Fucking do it, mate. Like, look, I'm not the most articulate. I'll fumble words, you know, live and directing in full effect. It is what it is. The only thing I would say on top of that is, you know, stay true to yourself. Like I say at the end of pretty much every stream, be authentic, keep it real, and you'll go far, man. As long as you're consistent on top of that, I don't see how it can go wrong. If anything, the only way is up, and that's the thing. 108 subs. And I started uploading, I think it was like either February, March, or April time, either way. But April, it's definitely been a year, will be a year rather. And I'm already at 100 subs on the road to 200. And I've got like a over 10-year-old Mac. I've got the bog standard blue Yeti microphone. It is what it is. My internet's good enough, but it ain't amazing. You know, you just got to do what you can, innit? Just like Grant said in Boondocks, innit? What can you do when you feel like there's nothing you can really do? You do what you can. Facts, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, be thankful for what you got and work with what you got. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, don't worry about if people think like, oh, like or you're thinking rather like, oh, am I good enough to be on camera? Do I look good enough? Fuck all of that shit, brother. You're going in some weird uncharted territory with that shit, because I know there's some fucking wrong uns and dickheads and complete cunts. Do you know what I'm saying? You know, and that's the thing. Sometimes you have to block certain individuals. I already did that once on one of my streams that I was on with Manny, and that I think maybe Quadra might have been on there as well. Not too sure, but it is what it is. It is what it is, man. Like, you gotta have thick skin. But I understand the low to no confidence thing. You know, I've been there before. You know, I'm 31. I've lived let's just say a very interesting life. Met people from all walks of life, and the best thing I've ever done in my life, especially after I left school, and the last, I'd say like 5 years or so, 5, 6 years, is just not give a fuck what anyone thinks or says. Go with your gut and stick with it. Do you know what I'm saying? Put in the work, do what needs to be done, sacrifice, and never compromise. Because the thing is, yeah, before I get into the other comments, right? Get to rather the other comments, either way. When it comes to compromise and sacrifice, a lot of people conflate the two as being the same exact thing. They're not the same. Similar, but not even really that. Sacrificing is doing what needs to be done, regardless of how you feel, to propel you, benefit you, to getting you to the destination, because it's not all about the journey. The journey, guys. Do you know what I'm saying? And compromise is doing something that you really don't want to do, but you do it anyway, and it doesn't benefit you in any way, shape, or form. I don't believe in compromise. I don't believe anyone should be compromising. Do you know what I'm saying? Because you can like do your 9 to 5, 9 to 3, 9 to 1, even 9 to 11. You know, not 9, 11, 9 to 11. So 2, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 hours a week. However long you're working, technically, you know, whatever situation you're in, you do what you can and you keep it moving. You save up. Once you get to a point where you've saved up a good amount, start investing in yourself first and foremost, especially with your health. Health is the biggest wealth and all of that. I've been doing that a bit more, ironically, even though I'm smoking and all that. But my diet is actually pretty good, considering I walk every day bar the weekends. But I do want to get to a point where I'm walking on Saturdays at least, so I get an extra day's walking, even Sunday as well. Like getting up early, because I'm definitely like a night owl. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I definitely need to get to bed earlier. But that's just me, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? But whatever works for you, and do it your way. Don't be swayed by anyone else. Even the people that rock with you, even the people that support your team, you do it your way. I've always said, I do this because I love to do it, because I want to do it. And I'm doing it my way, regardless of what anyone says. You can have your views, you can have your opinions, agree, disagree, whatever. But I'm doing it my way. It's my way or no way, bruv. If I didn't enjoy doing this, if I didn't want to do this, I wouldn't be doing it. I could have set up a YouTube channel years ago. Probably should have done. But look, hindsight is 2020, isn't it? Do you know what I'm saying? Everything happens for a reason. So when you set up your YouTube channel, don't pay attention to the numbers. Especially to start with. You know, I'm over 100 subs. You know, I'm not even at 1K yet. I'm not even at half a K. You know, still on the road to 200 subs. You know, just little milestones. Fine margins, guys. Do you know what I'm saying? But all jokes aside, it's just like, yeah, do your thing. Yeah, just like what AJ's saying here. Facts, bro. Always do it. The real ones will support you. Yeah, sorry. Do it. Yeah. AFC always do it. The real ones will support. Yeah, 100%. As long as you build up a community, you stay authentic, you keep it real, you stay true to yourself, you don't compromise, you sacrifice the time and energy that you need to. Go at it as much as you fucking can. The real ones will support it. 100%. I think was it the last stream I had like 9 live viewers at one point. That was the Man United one where I went for, was it 3 hours, just shy of 3 hours basically, or basically 3 hours. This one won't be as long, but at the same time, it's just like, you know, I remember having a stream where I had like, I think I had like 20 live viewers at one point. It is what it is. Sometimes it goes super high. Sometimes it's like this, where it's like 4, 5, maybe 6 or 7, depending on the game, depending on the result. But it is what it is. You be consistent enough, and you get to a point where you're even more consistent, which is the next step that I need to take. You will get there, bro. We will support you. We're a family. Nah. Joking. But at the same time, with the real ones here, the community, we will support you. We will support you, AFC. Always, bro. Never forget that. On a real though, all jokes aside, all banter aside, we will support you. I will support you. Do you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And if you want, join the live stream. I will put the link out in a sec, so you can have your say for a bit, at least for a little bit anyway. Where are we? Yeah, Top Gooners will say Mourinho's washed up. Yeah. Oh, he's nowhere near as good as Super Duper Mick. Get fucked. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm tired. I'm tired of these fuckers. We all are. Exactly, AJ. Do you know what I'm saying? Trade Saka plus money for Elise. Yeah, I would take that deal. Would you take that deal? I would take that deal. Pretty good darn deal. Do you know what I'm saying? If you know, you know. I know I kind of paraphrased the line a bit here, but whatever. It is what it is. Trade Odegaard for Elliot Anderson. You know what? Elliot Anderson is better than Odegaard, but I would trade Odegaard for Adam Wharton. Because although Elliot Anderson is good, Adam Wharton's better. And for what we need in that midfield, Adam Wharton is where it's at. He's of that quality, whereas Elliot Anderson, I'm not saying he's a Norgard type player, he's not, but he would be a squad player. Do you know what I'm saying? Whereas Adam Wharton would and should start. He starts over Odegaard. He starts over Zubimendi right here, right now, Fat Boy Slim settings. And then you could have Eberezer, Adam Wharton, and Declan Rice. That's a full English midfield breakfast, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? No weird shit. But still, you get where I'm coming from, people. There you go. There you go. Either way. Big up Abdul, bruv. Big up. 6 likes. Keep smashing them likes and subscribing as well. And of course, hitting the notification bell. Big up Quadra. What a G, bruv. What a fucking G. Yeah, smashing the likes and subs to the channel. Best believe that. Question. Please. There's 45 points left to play for. I think you meant to say how many of them do we need to win the league? It's not going to be a high point winning season. Like, it won't be 90 points. I don't even think it'll be 80 points. I think it'll be at highest high 70s. I'd say more mid-low 70s. So from now to the end of the season, I would say, like, what are we on? Like, are we on 50 or 51 points? I think we're on 50 at the moment, guys. So I would say absolute bare minimum 30, but even then, we definitely need to hit that 80-point mark. If we hit the 80-point mark, then I think we'll just about have enough, in spite of this manager and in spite of Nickinalivingaard, because we know he's not getting sold. Andrea Berta, mate, you need to intervene, bro, because this manager and Nickinalivingaard's going to kill. They're killing this team, bro. And Zubimendi as well, playing in that position, DM, when he ain't a fucking DM. Same thing with Jorginho, but he's worse. Jorginho was better than him, is better than him. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. You know, play players in the right position and stop picking your favourites by any means. It's as simple as that. But he won't do it. He won't do it because Odegaard has to play because he's fucking club captain. He's like most valuable. I was about to say primate. Like, if you've seen that film, then you know. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. But most valuable player, like MVP. 5 out of 10 is generous. Respectfully, Quadra, I'd say 0, and even then, I'm being generous. He is fucking useless, mate. He's a useless fucking cunt, that boy. Do you know what I'm saying? Big up Black Crow. Big up Black fucking Crow each and every single time. Love the avatar as well. I don't think I've said that before, but still, either way, fucking G, bro. What a legend. Bin Landengard stunk out the place in the second half. 100%, man. 100%. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like It is what it is. Man of the match for me. Yeah. Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz or 29. Same person. But yeah, is what it is. Yeah. Kai Havertz for me. That donkey was man of the match. That donkey done way more in one half than Odegaard did in the other half. More in the first half than he did in the second half. 100%. 100%. English midfield breakfast. I hear it. Take Nico Paz for Odegaard. I can't even lie. Nico Paz, like that, he plays for Palace, doesn't he? But doesn't he play like out wide a bit? I think he's like a right eight or like right wing or something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong, mate. But yeah, I would take him. Oh yeah, this is the one. AJ's hit the nail on the head with this one. For damn sure, Morgan Rogers is levels above Odegaard. Levels. Drives the ball through midfield from one end to the other. He can do the lot, mate. And his finishing's class. Can provide the pass. All of them things there. Exactly what you need in an attacking mid. And he can play a bit deeper in midfield as well. He could play slightly on the right. He could play slightly on the left as well. More so on the left. Like, it is what it is. It is what it is, bro. Oh, he's that Real Madrid you on loan at Como. He's cold for it. Yeah. I haven't really seen him. I do definitely need to do my research, but yeah. I mean, I'll take any of our youth academy prospects over Odegaard at this point. You know, that Joseph Bailey that came on. Like, do you know what I'm saying? We got Miles Lewis-Skelly, who's not even a left back. He's a midfielder. I'd rather Miles Lewis-Skelly at number 10 because let's be honest, Miles Lewis-Skelly defensively, MLS defensively ain't great. We know this. So he's actually better further forward. Ironically, like Zubimendi, he's better further forward. Marino, better further forward. Declan Rice needs to sit further back. Declan Rice, this is what people need to realise. Even Rance, yeah, he doesn't rate him whether he's entitled to his views, but at the same time, this is where I disagree with him. Like, Declan Rice is not a number 6. I agree. But this is what you failed to mention conveniently because, you know, you don't rate him, but it is what it is. The truth of the matter is Declan Rice is an old school, old-fashioned defensive midfielder. He is literally... I was thinking of a player to compare it to, not Phil Neville like that. Phil Neville was left back, right back. Then he moved to DM at Everton, bruv. Let's not do that. Declan Rice is better than Phil Neville on the ball. Like what are we doing here? What are we doing here? We're not doing this sensationalized, over-exaggerating the team because you beat us the other day. You know, fair play, you deserve it, but you know, relax, calmer thing. Do you know what I'm saying, Rans? You know? I rate the stuff that you do and all of that shit, but come on, like, no need for that. No need. You know, just keep things into perspective right here, right now. Fat boy slim things. Almost like my my Siggy almost fell out of my hand. I saved it. Too bad this manager can't save his fucking career, bruv. Lego head en la basura, get in the bin, bruv. Because you refuse to do what is crystal clearly in front of you. And you're beyond blind as a bat, my friend. It is what it is. But yeah, Declan Rice is just an old school, old-fashioned DM. That is exactly what he is. Nothing more, nothing less. He'll do the short passes, but he can't spray them passes that Zubimendi does, like Granit Xhaka does, like Jorginho does, like Thomas Partey did and still does as well. Like, let's keep it all the way James Brown. Ain't it funky in this bitch? Yeah? Yeah, I'm not going to go as far as say, like, he's just a better El Nene. He's not. But what he does offer set pieces. You know, he doesn't play it through the lines. He's basically, he's a ball winner. He's a ball winner because defensively he's very astute. And he can play that pass well, but he needs to play it quicker. And the problem is, you know, there's not enough options where even if he does sit back in this system, that he can play it to Zubimendi further forward. He could play it to an Odegaard further forward, whether it's shorter or a bit longer. Do you know what I'm saying? Because his range of passing is not as bad as everyone, well, definitely not the likes of Rance, etc. will say it is. but I'm not glazing or anything remotely like that. I'm not overhyping or rating Declan Rice's passing. I don't think his passing is amazing, but it's pretty good. It's decent, you know. It's decent. Like, more so the long passing is decent, but the short passing is good enough. It's good enough, but he should be further back and then utilize his set pieces. Like, best cross of the ball, definitely in the league, one of the best in Europe. Like, delivery on a sixpence, like, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. It's so difficult to sell Nickinalivingaard on FIFA. Only Madrid, City, Bayern can afford his wages. Same with Saka. Look, I make it happen most of the time. And I'm not going to lie, I don't play like FC 26. I stick with FIFA 23. Say what you like, people, but FIFA 23 is better than FC 24, 5, and 6 put together. I don't give a shit. Oda clapped, bruv. Even though he's actually good on the game, even at FIFA 23, ironically, that season where he was actually really good, like that's his only good season. That's his only debatably like great season, right? Even in the game, he's actually really good. The problem is, like, a bit like in real life, he's too weak. And the way I play, and I'm sure the way similar to how you guys would play the game, like, you just need better. Sergej Milinkovic-Savic, aka Absolute Savage, is a better option. James Maddison, at the time he was at Leicester, much better option. Obviously, you got Eberezer. There's loads, bro. There's absolutely loads of options. Like Paulo Dybala. I think he's still playing as well. I'd take Paulo Dybala right now. Right here, right now, Fatboy Slim settings, of course. Of course. But it is possible. You can get rid of Odegaard. Madrid never come in for Odegaard in my saves. Never happens. It's always City or PSG. Those are the only two teams that buy him. Bayern will come in with the offer, but they can't match it. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I'm a very shrewd negotiator. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not like the previous Arsenal regime where they'll just sell the players for the cheap, on the cheap, just to get rid of them easier. Do you know what I'm saying? No. We get top dollar, like Chelsea, like fucking Benfica, like Napoli, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what we're on. That is what we're on. Saka, with Bukayo Saka, it's like no, I'm thinking of Smith Rowe. I sold Smith Rowe like on FIFA 23 to Wolves for like 70 million. I don't know how, and I could have even got more. Well, it might have been close to 80 million, but I could have even got more than that. do you know what I'm saying? Mad in the dunya, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Saka, I think the only teams that really come in for him is like Liverpool, which is at the time, and even now to a degree, a bit realistic. Maybe not right here, right now, because he's not doing it out on the right. You know, he's finished. Even Liverpool know that. They'd rather keep Salah for another couple of years on the right than bring Bukayo Saka in right now. So it is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, apparently this ain't Football Manager, this ain't FIFA, so it is what it is. So if anyone wants to join in, if not, then I will like wrap up shortly, because to see because Northside's live now, but he won't put the link out probably for another 10-15 minutes at least, maybe a little bit more, because of the nature of the game in it. So just give me a second to sort something out. Yeah. So yeah, that's basically the bottom line, people. It's basically what I'm getting at, is that Nickinalivingaard is not only nicking a living, he's nicking the life and soul out of this football club on the pitch, and you saw it in real time in 45 plus minutes tonight. We lost that half 1-0. Should never happen. We had a makeshift team, bro. We pretty much had a second team. It should have been 5 or 6 before half time. Wasteful. And I'm convinced, like I said earlier, these guys don't fucking shoot in training. Arteta ain't doing the shooting drills. He's doing the get in position, guys. Get in position. We have to track back. Always, guys. Always be in the position exactly like this. And then when we get the ball, we control that, guys. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, get fucked, bro. Get the fuck out of it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like what are we doing? What are we doing here, people? Like, it's a disgrace. It's embarrassing. It's a disgrace. That's what it is. A disgrace. 100%, bro. That's what it's all about. Like, no one can really tell me different. Like, even Half Volley has been saying this. You know, he's actually more on Odegaard's neck than the rest of us. Do you know what I'm saying? Duck or the rabbit, guys. Do you see the duck or the rabbit, guys? We play at Anfield right now, guys. And then he plays You'll Never Walk Alone. Like, this is what we're dealing with, guys. Do you know any youth academy managers, coaches? Yeah. Under 8s, under 11s, under 14s, 15s, 16s, under 18s, 17s, 21s that are doing the shit that Lego Head's doing? Because if there are, football is completely and royally fucked, bro. But again, this wasn't the real test tonight, and we almost fucked it up at the end. We almost did. Let's be real. We got bigger fish to fry. We got it all in our hands, as Teletubby Robbie would say, of course. Who we all know doesn't love the club. Luton fan, from what I hear. You know what I'm saying? So, and that old chestnut. We got Leeds away. And then after that, we got Chelsea. Chelsea. Yeah, that dead fucking chant. I'll never rate it. Do you know what I'm saying? You could win 10 Champions Leagues, I still wouldn't rate that shit. Do you know what I'm saying, bro? Mad thing. And if this manager fucks it, we lose to Chelsea. We get knocked out by Chelsea, yeah, next week. And we play them on Tuesday, I believe. The 3rd of Feb is, I believe, is a Tuesday. I really do believe it's a Tuesday. So we will see. Big up, Quadra. What did you think of this lackluster performance tonight? Well, lackluster in the second half, of course.
Well, that was such a boring game, Nats. I thought first half we did so well. We should have scored 4 in the first half. Yoko should have done better. But second half, Nats, that was just one of the most boring second halves you'll ever see. Nasta, you and I will know that when Odegaard started, when it went on that pitch, you know that was going to happen. You know what he will do. And he did that. He's predictable. We all knew that Odegaard ain't good enough, but these top gooners are just going to go, oh, but he did create. What did he create? Bro, we had Odegaard going further up the pitch. Bro, you bought Odegaard. He should be behind. He should be next to Norgard. He should be sitting next to Norgard. Why are you playing him further up the pitch? He can't even create. Eze did better than him in that game. I know Eze won great, but he still did better.
Yeah, pretty much. I've been saying this for years, mate. I've been saying this to all you guys. Man. Why doesn't Odegaard play in the pivot next to a Declan Rice? Whenever Odegaard receives the ball in our own half, especially deep in our own half on the edge of our box, he never loses it. He is the controller, guys. Do you know what I'm saying? Control the ball, merchant, guys. Do you know what I'm saying? Give the ball to Martin. He will do the rest, guys. Playing as a deep line playmaker, yeah. But he clearly doesn't have the facilities. We don't have the capacity. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying, bro? He doesn't have it because this manager is adamant, bro, that he's a number 10. He's not a number 10. Never been a number 10. When he was at Sociedad, he was playing out on the right. And when he was in midfield, he wasn't an out-and-out number 10. Really and truly. I think Marino was actually playing number 10. And then Martin Odegaard was playing next to Zubimendi in the pivot. This is what we're dealing with. This manager has a fetish for Sociedad midfielders, bruv. He wanted that Sociedad 19 midfield and he got it. The problem is, it's going to be Lego Head's undoing. It will get him the sack. I initially thought that obviously Odegaard making him captain, ultimately that's what's going to get him the sack. But then obviously buying Havertz, Kai Havertz, the donkey, who was actually man of the match tonight, only played one half. He's done more in one half than Odegaard has done in at least a couple of years. I'm not even exaggerating. He's done more in one half than Odegaard's done in at the very least a year. Definitely this season, right?
Did you see his through ball? Did you see his through ball to Gyökeres? Odegaard would never do that. Odegaard would never do that.
He did a few. He was class tonight.
Odegaard would never ever do that. He would pass it sideways.
Do you know what? Do you know why I think he got subbed? People will say, "Oh, but we've got to rest him for Leeds and Chelsea." No. The reason why I think he got subbed off tonight is because the commander-in-chief, Lego Head, our tapas, bruv, didn't like the fact that Kai Havertz was making his precious little princess Odegaard, Odeklapt, as you call him. I fucking love that, by the way. I can't get enough. I can't get over that Odeklapt. You know, I've got Nickinalivingaard, you've got Odeklapt Quadra, innit? I accept that.
Because he's a clapped footballer, you know what I'm saying? He's a rubbish footballer because he's clapped, he's ugly, and he don't rate.
I accept it, guys. Do you know what I'm saying? But like on a real though, it's just like he exposed Odegaard more than even this manager continually trying to play him and convince everyone else. Like one half, and Kai Havertz, the donkey, bro, has exposed him. And Arteta was like, no, we can't be having that because what's his face? It was who was captain at the start of the game? Was it Ben White?
Yeah, it was Ben White. Yes.
It was Ben White. I wasn't too upset with that. You know, Ben White's done well for us, but he's just his legs are gone. Obviously, it was an easy game for him tonight. Didn't have much to do. It is what it is. But yeah, what Kai Havertz done absolutely put Nickinalivingaard Odeklapt to shame, bro. And this manager can't be having that. He can't be having because now the so-called top gooners, the Mr. and Mrs. Positives and all of that, yeah. When we drop a stinker and hooked against Leeds, and I predict a 2-0 loss at Leeds, by the way, we're not beating Leeds, not at their ground. No, like they beat Chelsea 3-1. Granted, they had Maresca and all that going through their issues, but we're definitely not beating them. Because this manager's going to stick with Odegaard to death. He has to, in his mind, because he made him club captain. If he hadn't made Odegaard club captain, yeah, it would be easier for him to like drop him in the league and in the Champions League in important games. But you can't do that. This is why we ain't winning shit. The only way we win shit is if he drops him. You know, Mertesacker, I mentioned before, he was injured for the whole season, 16-17, played one game, man of the match. We beat Chelsea, record-breaking Chelsea at the time. Conte's Chelsea, the same Chelsea that we beat 3-0 at the Emirates. And then he went back to his 3 at the back, 3-4-3 formation. Like, you know, and Wenger played a back 3. Like, this manager won't do that again. Not since he won the FA Cup in 6 months, by the way. So your own manager proved from the get-go that it doesn't take time. Yet you still buy the PROs and now you're struggling to back it. Oh, I wonder why you're struggling to back it. Because you can't take it no more. You're literally butthurt, bro. Your jaws are clenched up from all the glazing, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, the gravy train's over, people. I've been saying it. It's done. It's done. Havertz has exposed Odegaard like no one ever could in one half. I don't care if it was Kairat, whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? That Kazakh team. I don't care if they're the worst team in the competition. Havertz played like without a care in the world. Playing the balls and all of that, moving where he wanted to move, doing what he should have been doing before, doing what a number 10 should be doing. And it's quite clear to see that Havertz has always been the number 10. That's where he started at Leverkusen. And this manager, he can't hack it. Like, when his authority is questioned, he will take certain players off as punishment. They're not always injured. I'm not saying Havertz is fully fit. Just to make it crystal clear, I'm not saying Havertz is fully fit. But at the same time, right, if you're telling me that there's no chance that this manager took Kai Havertz off because he exposed what Odegaard has been doing this season, then I'm sorry and not sorry at the same time. We can't tell you anything. I can't tell you anything. You're way too far gone. Head's gone. And your heads are already gone as well because you're questioning this manager like you've never done before. Not since Egal and them man there, bruv. Like after we got slapped 5-0 by City in the start 21-22 season. You wanted him gone because we were bottom and Tottenham were first in the league because we got battered. We conceded 3 goals to Man United. The first time we conceded 3 or more goals since Luton Town, by the way. And Declan Rice scored the winner, I believe, something like that. All of a sudden, now,
he did.
Yeah, all of a sudden, now you want to start questioning shit. What is it going to take for you to be Arteta out, people? Do we have to concede 4? Do we have to concede 5? Do we need another 6-0, 6-1, 6-2? Do we need an 8-2? Do we need a 7-1 defeat, bro? A 7-0? Because trust me, I'll tell you what, Quadra, I think it will at least be 2-0, but do not be surprised if we lose to Leeds 3 or even 4-0, but definitely 3-0. We lose 3-0 to Leeds away, trust me. And Odegaard will be either starting or a big part of that. Do you know what I'm saying? And Bukayo Saka, he's been shocking this season, but again, that boy needs a rest. We know what the crack with that is. Watch how these toppest of toppest fucking gooners, watch how they turn after Leeds. They will turn after Leeds. And then we get knocked out by Chelsea, it's done. It's done. Then
kiss goodbye to the title. Kiss goodbye to the title.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Because that gap will go down to 1. It will go down to 1. Definitely by the start of next month, even before that.
I'd rather go trophyless, bro. I want to go trophyless so we can get rid of this clown. That's what I wanted to do. I just rather go trophyless because we know that this manager will never take it seriously. So we would rather just go trophyless. And once this clown goes bigger, then we'll be celebrating. Don't worry, Nasser. We'll just celebrate. All the Arteta sexuals crying out, saying, "Why are you leaving, Mikel? Please stay. Please stay. Please stay, Mikel. We need you, bro. We need you." And they'll be crying out. And we'll be laughing at them because they can all hold that. They tried to question us, bro. They had the audacity to call us negative. All you can hold that. That's what they should do. They should hold that. We were robbed against Man United. It was a handball. Maguire handled the ball. It should have been a penalty.
It should have been a penalty against Forest. And I'm not going to lie, it was technically a penalty. However, if you think us getting a penalty against Forest was the reason why we should and could have won the game, then you've lost your fucking marbles. Like, we created nada, bro. We didn't do anywhere near enough against United.
The Martinelli miss was the only chance that we had, and other than that, we did nothing. Man United, we did not cut any create chances. Big up AJ every time. We had no clear-cut chances. It was an own goal and a set piece. That was it. We did not create from open play. That was it. And you predicted Natster you wouldn't beat Leeds. Don't you think like a draw could happen against Leeds?
A draw could definitely happen, but for me, I don't see this. When this manager is backed in a corner, he reverts to type. He never backs his bollocks, yeah? He never backs his bullshit talk. He's a coward. He's a flat track bully. He's one of them. Like he's not. I'm not even going to say he's a Kim Jong Un type of like dictator. He's not even like Mugabe, because at least them two have and had fucking bollocks. Do you know what I'm saying? To make tough decisions, yeah, in tough times. This manager has never done that. He's never done that because at the start it was literally no pressure. Do you know what I'm saying? You know, he finished 8th. He was always gonna get another season anyway. But that FA Cup. He's been riding coattails and nicking a living off of that FA Cup in COVID, by the way. He's like an actor that can't perform on stage. Do you know what I'm saying? Does great in the dress rehearsals. Do you know what I'm saying? He does great in the auditions. And when they're doing the regular old rehearsals, like, you know, before the big day, the big performance and all of that. But when it's time to perform, opening night, flops. Folds like a deck chair. So does Nickinalivingaard. When this manager goes, I will be celebrating. I will be raving with whatever little I have, bro. I will
be there, bro. We will be there with you, bro. We will be there, bro.
We will be there. Yeah.
All them Arteta sexuals, pack your bags and walk away with Arteta in Spain. Go to Marbella, go with his family.
Bro. That's where Arteta belongs. You found your wifey in a nightclub. You can both go there and hold that with your kids and all. You know what I'm saying? Don't live there. Don't come back. Don't talk about football. Retire, bro. Mikel Arteta could be one of the youngest guys to retire in football as a manager. Do you know what I'm saying? From failure. And people will say, but he won 3 trophies. Wrong. He won 1. He's only won 1. 1 billion in 7 seasons. Over 6 years, failure, absolute failure.
But we won community shields. But we won 2 community shields. Don't it count? That's what Lego had said in his press conference. Nasta, can you explain to us what community shields are? Because the Top Goodness thing, it's a trophy. Please explain it to us.
This is what community shields are. Community shield is a glorified friendly. Yeah, it's slightly more important than the soccer aid in terms of that it's at the start of the season. But these motherfuckers, these born buffering merchant cunts, think that it's like a Super Coppa de España. They think it's a Super Coppa Italia. They think it's the Trophée de Champions in France. Nothing like that. It's a glorified friendly. Why? And here's the kicker, Quadra. Here's the kicker, people. It's played on friendly rules. You can utilize all of your subs. It's not like 5 in all the other leagues around the world, you know what I'm saying? 3 before that, yeah? In the Community Shield, I think before it was 3 subs, you know, professionally, but in the Community Shield around that time and before, I think you could use like 5 subs in the Community Shield. Before the professional was 5, and then you could use all your subs, I believe, or 7, at least 7. So either way, if it's not played under friendly rules, then it's not a major trophy. League Cup is a major trophy. Why? Because it's played not only during the season, but it's played under professional rules, bro. Played under professional rules. FA Cup, obviously played under professional rules. The same 2 cups, yeah, that these fucking little pricks, yeah, mutants, bruv, we're trying to chuck in the bin. Oh, we're too big to win the League Cup. It's beneath a club like Arsenal. Do you remember that? It's beneath a club like Arsenal. No. We only want majors. You want majors, yeah? A major trophy is a trophy played under professional rules. That's a major. All 4 competitions, or 3, if we're going just off domestic, right? They're all majors, bro. We get knocked out by Chelsea, and I don't care if we beat Chelsea. We lose to Man City in that final, yeah? Bye-bye. Sayonara. Do you know what I'm saying? And if you know, you know. Phone shop, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Like, I am done. I am fucking done with these fucking little pricks, yeah? Trying to convince me, you, and everyone else that this manager is something special, bruv. Oh, he's special, all right. He's special, all right. Do you know what I'm saying? If you know, you know, people. Like, he's on a different kind of bus, and at the back of it as well, trying to write his notes, thinking he's a manager. Kind of like what he's doing now. Do you know what I'm saying? But Josh Kroenke got scammed, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? It just goes to show you could be a multi-billionaire. You could be the son of a very wealthy entrepreneur at the highest level, like Stan Kroenke still technically is, even though he doesn't know what day it is. You know, married to the heiress of Walmart and that, right? And you can still be a loser. Money doesn't change who and what you are. It amplifies, it magnifies who and what you are. It will expose who and what you are. Do you know what I'm saying? Josh Kroenke, yeah, he ain't that guy. Stan don't give a shit. We've been knowing this. Josh don't have the bollocks, which is why I brought Berta in. So it's up to you, Andrea Mafioso, bad boy Berta, mate. You better pull the plug. Either if we get knocked out by Chelsea, or we make it to the League Cup final and we lose to Man City, yeah, because Newcastle aren't going to make it.
Nah, mate, 2-goal advantage is not enough. I mean, let's be real.
Especially now with Mark Guay and Semenyo, they're
the only thing that Newcastle need to do is to get that opening goal. Because if they do get that opening goal, then they can have that hope. They need 3 goals, by the way, 3 to win at the Etihad, which is unlikely.
In normal time as well, yeah.
It's unlikely because they were very lucky not to be 3-0 down. Because that Semenyo goal was disallowed for no reason, where Haaland was offside. Like that was never offside.
I think the thing is with Newcastle, and this is why I still believe, even though Eddie Howe will never be an elite level manager, he's still better than Arteta, and it's not even close for me. I don't care, because at least with Eddie Howe, he'll have a fucking go. The problem is with Eddie Howe, he doesn't know when to shut up shop. He can't manage a game well enough at a high enough level. Like, he won Newcastle their first trophy since '69. Arteta ain't doing that, especially with fans in the stadium. No chance. No fucking chance. Do you know what I'm saying? You know, and Newcastle don't have the funds, or they. Well, let me correct myself here. They're not allowed to use the funds that they have, similar to Villa as well. But once they're allowed to use their funds next season, Man United will be back. Chelsea will be there or thereabouts. Fuck Tottenham. We know where they're at. You know, obviously the DFS sofa salesman is there. Agent Vinay, bruv. It is what it is. And then obviously you got Man City and Liverpool, bruv. You think we're winning this league title next season? Never mind this season. Next season under this manager.
New manager comes in, we win that league title.
We get Hansi Flick and Luis Enrique. We will win that league. This season for damn sure, but even next season, I wouldn't say we'd walk it, but they'll make the required adjustments to get us over the fucking line. And they'll take the League Cup seriously and win it. They'll take the FA Cup seriously. The Champions League will get far. I think we could get to a Champions League final, because let's be honest, even though we've been playing well in the Champions League this season, consistently, I don't think we're getting further than a semi-final. I wouldn't be surprised, depending on who we get, if we even get past the quarterfinal. Like we got knocked out by Bayern Munich in 23-24. The worst Bayern Munich team I've ever seen in my fucking life, by the way.
We were lucky not to give that penalty, by the way, because Gabriel handled the ball, by the way. Let's not forget, Nasta. Gabriel handled the ball. Big up, bro. Handled ball. That could have been 4-2, and the tie would have been over. The tie would have been over. It would have been 3-2. 3-2. No hope. By the way, Nasta, can I tell 1 minute for one? Can I say something to you, if you don't mind?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Arsenal's possible Champions League round of 16 opponents could be Bayer Leverkusen, Atalanta, Borussia Dortmund, or Olympiacos.
We better not get Olympiacos. We get Olympiacos, it's long, bruv. I'm not going to lie. That manager still has nightmares over Olympiacos.
Oh, yeah,
you remember 1920.
Aubameyang missed the sitter, bro. If he had scored that goal, we would have gone through.
Yeah, but the thing is, we should have won that.
We beat them 2-0, but we beat them 2-0 in the group stage. But we beat them 2-0.
This manager knows it, bro. This manager doesn't have the minerals. He doesn't have the facilities upstairs. It's always been a mentality issue. What did Paddy Vieira say? Big up our captain, bruv, Patrick Vieira, Tony Adams as well. They've been calling the shit out. TT's face after Man United was absolutely disgusted. Righty doing the clown shit, but kind of half ass laughing and half not, because he knows it's over. He knows the gravy train's over. You know, like he can't. Once this manager goes, like the Martin Keowns, the Righties, the fucking Ray Part, they can't suck up to the club no more. Especially if we get a proper manager in. Especially if we get a proper manager. Because if I was Josh Kroenke, once Lego Head goes, I would make them all do a public apology on Arsenal.com, bruv. Better yet, I would make sure they do it live and direct and in full effect. If they want to plug their socials, that's fine. Have it all connected. All connected, guys. All together, guys. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, do all of that bollocks. But, yeah, it is what it is. Like, yeah, I hear what you're saying. Why not? But I tell you what, we are going to end it here. Went on a little bit longer than I planned. But look, it is what it is. Got leads.
I think we might stink it out a 2-1 win. Please, apologies if you think I'm being delusional here. I think we might stink out a 2-1 win. I just have this strange feeling with this fact that our record at Ellen Road's been good. I just feel like it might be just be an own goal or a set piece and we might nick it. I mean, Top Gooners would go, oh, but it's an own goal and a set piece. We still win the game. It's an own goal, Natster. It's a set piece. We win the game.
So basically what you're saying, Quadra, is like this manager's going to catch life again.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, no, I hear it. The thing is, for me, you're not wrong to think that, but at least from my perspective, his time's done. He's not getting the rub of the green like he used to. I've seen this pattern. I've seen this movie play out, but it's playing a little bit differently this time around, which is why, you know, I expected us to beat Nottingham Forest. We didn't. I expected us to beat Liverpool, even like 1-0s, both of them 1-0s, because I knew they'd be stinky, but we couldn't even get over the line for them 2 games. I thought we were going to just about beat Man United. We didn't do that.
Martinelli scored that goal, we win that game. It would have been 1-0, we take it. Liverpool, we just parked the bus. And Man United, Zubamendi costed us, bro. Because in the first half, right, that Man United game, Man United didn't really offer a lot in the first half, right? They had corner kicks and that. But when Zubamendi gifted Mbeumo the equaliser, that is when the game changed. That's him.
That's why I think we will lose against Leeds, because Zubamendi will start.
He's a liability, bro.
Yeah,
you see Norgard defensively.
If Mendy gets the ball, they will press him. Leeds are a pressing team. They're a very high octane, high energy, high pressing team. Trust me, they are getting a goal, maybe even 2, just from Zubamendi alone, bro. Trust me, it's happening. And it wouldn't surprise me if we lost 1-0. It wouldn't surprise me if we draw the game, even if we stink out a 1-0 win. But I just can't see it happening. For me, I see a loss. I don't want to be right, but look, if it's one step closer to getting rid of this manager finally, in a way, I'm all for it. But at the same time, I do want us to be successful this season in spite of this manager. But I just don't see how it's going to happen. Big up Gianni with that massive zoot, that massive bifter, bruv. You know what I'm saying? Well,
Gianni.
I'll keep this going for I've always got time for Gianni, so I'll let this play on for a bit longer. Do you know what I'm saying? Have to, innit? Gianni, Wagwan, innit? Like your team Napoli, I saw, what was it? You lost 3-2 to Chelsea at home? Yeah.
They're out of the Champions League. They're out of the Champions League. What's your reactions, mate? Yeah. Gianni, I'm not going to banter you because we were shit today. That second half we played, we were shite throughout the whole second half. We were so shit.
Have the floor, Gianni. Have the floor, man.
Please talk, Gianni, please.
So, on Arsenal, the only thing I would say is anybody who's still got any questions or reservations about Odegaard, that second half against Kairat just proved that he's the problem going forward with the offense. That's it. If there was ever a time to scream for a 4-2-3-1 and get him out of the formation and start Eze, I'm not going to get my fucking hopes up for Havertz because it's Kairat. So I'm going to stay level-headed here. But Eze needs to be starting. If you don't want to start Eze, just put fucking Trossard as the number 10 and have Trossard underneath Gyökeres. That way, at least there could be some link up with our 2 best finishers, and you could push Jesus out to the left-hand side of his best position. But all I'm going to say is let's not get gassed. It's Kairat. It's one of the worst teams in the Champions League, and that's about it. As far as Napoli's concerned, Conte, get the fuck out of my club. I'm done with this. The narrative that these fucking jagoffs on the Champions League we're trying to talk about is absolute bullshit, and they're leaving out important things here. This motherfucker okayed transfers for players to go when we are in an injury crisis right now. He forced Noah Lange out of the team, not even letting him get a proper start at the beginning of the season because his master plan was to make Matteo Politano the main playmaker for this team. Funny enough, for everybody who doesn't realize it, Conte kicked Matteo Politano out of Inter in the 2020 season. So why all of a sudden now do you have faith in him 5 years later when he hasn't done a fucking thing to show that he was ever going to get back to the level of where he was at Sassuolo with Domenico Berardi when they played the 3-5-2 with two false nines up the top? It's absolute bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. He has to win the Coppa Italia, and we got to finish in the top three in order for him to have a hope to stay. Because financially, the problem that he just caused us for not getting into the knockout rounds of the Champions League is going to greatly hurt this club, and it needs to be considered. At this current point in time, I wouldn't be opposed if we sacked Conte right now, triggered the release clause for Roberto Mancini from Al Sadd, and bring his ass into Napoli to try to salvage the season and go get the Coppa Italia and finish in the first four. Because right now, this 3-4-3 bullshit is not fucking working. It's not working. Rasmus Højlund, fantastic goal. How in God's name are we still running with Juan Jesus as the center back? This dude was a failed Brazilian wonder defender with Inter Milan back in the day. He's still shit. He had a couple of good performances as being one of the super subs for this team for two Scudettes, but we're going to allow him to get starting positions in must-win games. I'm sorry, it's got to go. The 3-4-3 doesn't work. The young kids, they had a good showing. Vergara, fantastic goal against Chelsea. Proud to see one of the Primavera, the youth academy kids, come up and fight his way in. But at the same time, he's been given an opportunity because the better player was shipped away because of the politics that Antonio Conte is playing at Napoli. I'm fucking steaming right now.
Yeah. No, I hear it. Like, for me, he's got to go, bruv. Like, I would, yeah, if not, like, considering Napoli are a much serious, like way more serious than Arsenal, especially the fans. I mean, your fans are elite compared to ours. Like,
did you hear what happened?
No, I didn't. Tell me, brother.
Apparently, I don't know if there was some shit going on before. I'm waiting to hear back from my cousins, but apparently there was a large scale beef between some Chelsea fans and the Napoli Ultras, and the spotters were there were spotters. For those that don't know, there's spotters for the Ultras that always look out throughout the town, throughout the area around the stadium to find any away fans, particularly against the teams that we really hate because of whatever going on. And apparently something triggered to where two Chelsea fans got stabbed in Napoli going towards the game. Now, Chelsea and Napoli don't have a rivalry like that, and we've actually sold Chelsea a ton of players, and we've gotten players from Chelsea. So I don't think there's a situation that it was just random. I'm wondering if there were fans that were trying to stir up a ruckus yesterday, and it led to what ended up happening today. Either way, I'm not hyping up violence, but for those of you that are not aware of how Napoli gets down, that's how Napoli gets down. So be cautious when you move through that city that way, because one guy got stabbed in the leg with a screwdriver. The other guy got stabbed, I guess, with a knife or some shit. But again, stop that bullshit, man. Nobody needs to be worrying about this crazy shit. So, but at the end of the day, nah, bro. Conte's got to go. Conte's got to go. This motherfucker, the dude that just got bought by Nottingham Forest at Lorenzo Luca, and he's not even bought. He's a loan with a hopeful buy. This guy is dog shit. Nottingham Forest is going to send him right back to us. We're going to get stuck flipping a $30 million bill for a kid who was a 1-year one-off, absolute dog shit. He's 6'7", can't jump over a credit card. And Rasmus Højlund's now going to be a mandatory purchase, which we're going to spend 50 million euros on Rasmus Højlund. I'm sorry. The decisions by this fucking idiot, he's got to go. Lukaku's costing us a shit ton of money. Kevin De Bruyne, I'm sorry. Everybody's going to think I'm crazy for saying this. De Bruyne was the start of the entire problem for this season. The man's 35 years old. He was what he was in the Premier League. He's had 3 straight years of not playing a full season because of constant leg injuries, not even obliques or anything else, constant leg injuries. You decide to force this guy into the team, make Scott McTominay play left wing. How the fuck you came up with that, I have no idea. When he wasn't playing that, he played a 4-4-2 defense the second half of the season last year, but McTominay was basically playing a number 10. So why on earth you tried to force feed all this shit is absolutely ridiculous. He's got to go. He's a go.
Yeah, no, it's crazy, and like to in regards to the situation that may have happened. Look, here's my thing. I don't believe in coincidences at all. Do you know what I'm saying? And you know, Johnny, as well as we all do, we fucking hate Chelsea. They hate us, in it. Like it is what it is. You know the history. We know the history. And Chelsea have had issues what was it in the Metro when they wouldn't let a certain few people not get on the Metro, like I think it was a PSG game or something like that. Ridiculous fucking bullshit. So certain Chelsea fans do have a history of that. But yeah, for me, I don't believe in all of these like random things. I think something happened because I even for me that is an Italian that doesn't know, I'm not gonna lie and be like, oh, I know what goes on here and there when I haven't been or haven't done the research or anything. But I don't see any Napoli fans just kicking off randomly. Do you know what I'm saying? I reckon something happened either way, if it was one of the Chelsea ultras or one of the big boys, whatever, like trying to do some like football factory kind of bullshit. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, bearing in mind, I know you know this, Johnny, but like we were kicked out of Europe, like all of England was kicked out of Europe, like in the late 80s, like because of this kind of bullshit, and I think at the time it was like Liverpool, which is why we have a massive rivalry with Liverpool. They were at fault for that at the time. They weren't the only club, but they were the final straw. Like we were all doing it to a degree, but it's like they just got way too mad with it at one particular point. They couldn't relax enough. They had to make it so blatant, so bait, in other words, where it's just like, oh yeah, because 89 and then we won the title in 91 as well. If we were in Europe, I don't know about 89, but 91, I think we would have won the European Cup at the time before it was officially because 89 you had the Milan team. That Milan team was fucking ridiculous. I'm not saying we would have won. I think we would have got far. I think we would have got far, but I just don't think we would have won it then. I think 91,
the greatest team of all time. The back-to-back European Championship Milan team under Sacchi. That's the greatest team of all time.
Yeah. No, I hear it. Yeah, I hear it. But yeah, the 91. Because who won the Champions League? It was Red Star Belgrade, didn't it? Mm-hmm. And I think with our team, what we had, where we only lost one game, that's because Tony Adams was doing time in pen, for drink driving and shit. We had a few defenders missing against Chelsea. Like we lost to fucking Chelsea, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? With 3 out of the back 4 missing at the time and that. Do you know what I'm saying? So like, I reckon we would have won that. But we're in a situation now, just to bring it back further forward, where, well, ironically, like with Arsenal and Napoli, like we both have problems with the manager. The only difference is, not the only difference, but the major difference is that your fans are elite and don't stand for bullshit. And there will be change at your club at some point. Conte won't last that long. Whereas over on our side of the fence, our neck of the woods, yeah, things have to go drastically wrong. Like, for example, I mentioned this earlier. If we lose 3-0 to Leeds, yeah, the tide will turn a hell of a lot more. Trust me. I don't see us beating Leeds at Ellen Road with the way that they play. We know what this manager's going to do. And then if Lego Head dares gets us knocked out, yeah, against fucking Chelsea, to fucking Stephen Bartlett, diary of a CEO merchant and that, yeah, talking about manager, man, we can't lose to that fucker. We can't lose to that. I don't care if Chelsea have a few good young players, like Esteval and all of them. Nah, we can't be doing that, bro.
So about Moises Caicedo in the Premier League, he was good. Moises Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez got destroyed by Lobotka and McTominay. They got destroyed. So after Chelsea today, Chelsea brought more pressure onto. And I'm going to give João Pedro a shout out because those were 2 very good goals that he scored against left-footed. The left foot shot that he scored from outside the box was fucking class. But I'm going to tell you this right now. Arsenal should be taking this team and ripping them apart at the second leg at home. Should be no reason why. After seeing what just happened in this game against Napoli, with Napoli is this destroyed as far as injuries and everything else, nah, man. Nah, man. I'm sorry. The only person who I felt outside of João Pedro that had a really good game was Reece James. He was the only one. I thought Malagusto had a decent game, but the rest of that team, boy, I mean, if Napoli knew how to make 4 passes together around the yard box, we could have put Chelsea to the sword, and that was with the shit team.
Yeah.
Their center backs are not that good. Rasmus Højlund was attacking them so bad to the point to where one center back basically had to hold him up and set picks throughout the defense to stop Højlund from running through and chasing onto the ball. That defensive back line for Chelsea is suspect. I really think that if we were to take the handbrake off, I think we could rip Chelsea apart after seeing that game today.
Yeah, and we fucking should. I mean, I don't get it twisted. Like, I'm not hyping this performance at all. You know, like my sarcasm, my banter, whatever it is, what it is. I want to have fun, be playful. It's a meaningless game. It is what it is. We're already through. You know, like you guys lost tonight, and it's a shambles. Conte needs to fucking go. He's finished. I think he's finished at club level in my eyes. Period. Because if you're still trying to do the same shit, the 3 at the back, your own way, in Italia, in Serie A, and then bringing it to European football when you've never had a great record anyway, and trying to somehow think in your delulu mind that it's going to work, then you're dusted, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? You're absolutely spot on, Johnny. What we need to do, we know Reece James will play if he's fit. He'll definitely start, whether it's at right back or in midfield, because I think Gusto should be available against us. Yeah. So it might even be a case of you have Reece James next to and then you have Enzo playing in the 10. Like
they'll put Palmer out right. They'll put Palmer wide because that's what they did today. They put Palmer wide against us. He wasn't really playing in that 10. He was going out to the right wing to get onto the ball because Buongiorno had everything he asked for in the defensive side. So for me, I think the situation is them lining up against Arsenal will be exactly that. It'll be Reece James, it'll be Caicedo, it'll be Fernandes as the midfield trio, and then Palmer will be out wide, and then most likely João Pedro on in the striker's position. But let me tell you something right now. If João Pedro stays on smoke, we may have a problem. Yeah. We may have a problem against João Pedro because he did some fucking shit tonight. He was their best player. He was man of the match for Chelsea, him and Reece James in this game. João Pedro's getting on some form right now. Like I said, go back and watch the highlights. Wait till you see the goal that he smashed past Meret with the left foot. It does. Second goal for Chelsea. Fantastic goal.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely gonna check out that game for damn sure, because I've actually been watching more of Napoli. Like, what is it? I think I still need to check out that 3-0 like loss. Who did you play in? Was it Serie A or was it Coppa Italia when you lost 3-0? Oh, okay, yeah. I still need to check that out, but yeah, I'm definitely going to check out the performance tonight as well. But yeah, like if that same João Pedro turns up, yeah, we've got issues because we don't have this 15 goal a season potentially defense like that. That's out the window, obviously, after Man United. So we're obviously not gonna. That record is shattered, and I knew we weren't going to break it anyway. Even if we didn't win the league, like it would be so Arsenal to have that record and not win the league. But I knew it wasn't going to happen anyway because we weren't playing great. We weren't defending that well either. Like
look at if you look at Cunha's goal, right? If you look at Cunha's goal to win the game, look at how the midfield was set up. Why is Mikel Merino playing the 6? Mikel Merino was in the 6th position when he came on the pitch. He never put him and Rice back. Rice was still playing number 8 position when he got nutmegged on the pass that led to Cunha. Merino was the one that was sitting further back. Why is Mikel Merino, who at his peak with Sociedad was a late running in the box forward thinking midfielder that was only good to make late runs to either get tap in goals or fucking headers? Why is he playing at the number 6? The whole thing didn't make any sense. That's why we need to be on smoke against Chelsea, because Chelsea in this game, Chelsea, when they scored the first goal, they should have beat Napoli 3-0. They let Napoli back into the game. They got too laxed. There's no way that we should be letting this fucking Chelsea team play any type of ball against us. Esteval, absolutely rated than a motherfucker. That dude is not that fucking good. Esteval
I agree.
Esteval got taken to the cleaners by Giovanni Di Lorenzo and Bongiorno on both sides. Esteval was forward. He had to move into the number 10 position wide because we should be going in here and smoking Chelsea for that cup game. In the Leeds game, we cannot play this slow football that we did second half, or Leeds is going to rip us to shreds.
Yeah. No, 100%. I've been saying this about Esteval, bruv. Mad overrated.
They tried to compare him to Lamine Yamal, by the way. These Chelsea fans.
No. Get the fuck out. What he did against us, yeah, even in the 1-1 draw, he was hooked off at half-time by Maresca, and we know Maresca ain't all that at all. He ain't the one. We know he's a bang average manager at best, if that. And even he hooked him off. You know, Resner, Stephen Bartlett, Diary of a CEO Merchant, he hooked him off at half-time after the first leg or something like that. Do you know what I'm saying? Esteval ain't it, bro.
Chelsea fans overhype him so badly, bro. He ain't all that good, bro. The only thing he did was cooking timber on the left wing. That was it.
Garnacho, whoop-de-doo. Madueke's better than Garnacho, and even he's dog shit. So like, what are we doing here? You got Gittins, bro. If it wasn't for Garnacho, he'd be probably the worst winger on the planet.
He just got injured.
Even Garnacho's is getting goals, bro. Even he's more effective. Like, come on, what are we doing here?
Esteval is one of the most overrated right wingers in the world football right now. Him and Saka are overrated.
I'll tell you this right here, right now, Fat Boy Slim Settings, yeah? I know what this manager's going to do, but he better not fucking do it. If he wants to keep his job and not have his ass on the chopping block, this is what he'll do. You can put anyone in at number 10. Gianni, you mentioned Trossard. I agree with that. Obviously, Ebery Eza. You can even put Lewis Skelly at 10. I'd rather Zubimendi at 10. At this point, yeah, when you've got Kai fucking...
I'm going to hop back on my computer because I'm in my garage right now.
Yeah, no worries, brother. Yeah, I'll keep going for a bit. Do you know what I'm saying? We're on a roll here. Like, I would rather, have Kai fucking Havertz than Odegaard at 10. I don't care if we play the dog shit Kairat Kazakh team tonight.
All day long.
Like I said earlier, he exposed in one half what Odegaard has not been doing for the last fucking 2 years, bruv. In one half. Kai Havertz is a better number 10 than Martin Odegaard will ever be. And I don't rate Kai Havertz. He's still a fucking donkey.
He got player of the match, by the way.
He barely moved, bruv. He barely tried. He barely moved. And he still did better than Nickinalivingaard, bruv.
Bro, the passes that he did, bro. Odegaard can't do the basics of the passing. The pass for Gyökeres' goal. Odegaard can't even do a through ball. He'll pass it sideways. Oh, but he was good in the second half. Bro, I've been telling these lot that Odegaard is bang average. These man would never swap. These top gooners would rather have Odegaard over Pedri, Barella, and Vitinha. How bad is that? Odegaard is not top 20 centre mids in the world. Am I right, Natster?
He's not even top 100. Never mind top 50 or 20. That guy is fucking dog shit, mate. He is useless.
Even Tierney Reinders and McAllister are way better than him.
Oh, they're miles better, bro. We could easily list 10 midfielders, whether they're number 8s, number 6, or even remotely number 10s, that are better than this fucking fraud, Nickinalivingaard, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Even a KDB that can barely walk is better in the number 10 than fucking Martin Odegaard, bro. Clapped, Nickinalivingaard, bro. Like, what are we actually doing here? Like what Gianni said at the very jump, right? This performance should be, without a shadow of a doubt, crystal clear in anyone's mind as to why we will not win anything this season if things stay as they are. If he starts and he's still club captain, we ain't winning nada. And to be honest, at this point, even if he's still club captain, just drop him. Drop him from the squad. Don't even put his ass on the bench. Drop him from the squad. Drop him from the squad. I'd rather have Havertz on the bench and come on at the number 10, especially if we start playing some attacking football. 1-2-0 up. He can shore it up. He can do the shithousery. He can do this. He can do that. But we need to be starting Ebrieza. Or you even start Trossard in the 10. To be honest, I'll take it this far where, what's his face? Kai Havertz. Sorry, no, not Kai Havertz. Fucking.
Don't forget Max Dowman as well. Max Dowman can play the
Max
10 as
Dowman,
well.
yeah, I was thinking not just Max Dowman, but Bukayo Saka needs to be moved from out wide in the middle. I'd rather Bukayo Saka at 10 because that's where he started.
I see.
You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? Like,
Okay.
It's fucking ridiculous that there's still fans that believe that Odegaard can still do something. The guy is fucking useless. He's a useless cunt.
The guy slowed the game down, bro. I was watching him saying, what does he actually do? The only thing he does is he slows the game down and he's shit. And these sub-gooners go, oh, but what did he do against Aston Villa, against Brighton? And they talk about these irrelevant games. When these games, when it matters, these big games, he ghosts. Over to you, Gianni.
That's all it is, though. He sucks. Let's just call it for what it is. Odegaard is dog shit. Odegaard is dog shit. There's no other way. There's no other way to put it. You know, I'm sorry. He's got to go. This game proved it. How is a team this low, this poor compared to us being able to keep the game close enough to what it is with how bad fucking our offense looked that second half with Odegaard? Let's put this into perspective. You got to be really shit for fucking Kai Havertz to come in, take your position for the first game that he started all year for us and look that much better than you did. There's a problem there. There is a problem there. Because why is Havertz, and the bigger question is then, and I'm sorry, this has also got to go towards Eze, but Eze, you got to step up when you're given minutes, because you can't. We can't allow this moron of all people in Kai Havertz to be coming in and looking as decent as he did his first game at the number 10 position. Like, this guy should be out of the club, if we're being honest. He shouldn't even be here. Like, unless we're going to get the only way that I'm going to be okay with Havertz playing this number 10 position is if Havertz somehow throws himself back into a time machine and gets back to Leverkusen days, where he was scoring 14 to 15 goals a season with Leverkusen. If he's going to do that as a number 10/secondary striker, then okay, I'm fine. But then you got to make your decision come the end of the season that if Havertz ends up taking the role over and plays better than either of these two, well, then Odegaard's got to go. Either way, Odegaard has to leave at the end of the season. I think it's just done. He is cemented now that it's going to continue. We're going to be hitting the 2-year period now of shit for him. We've passed actually the 2-year period now of shit. It's waiting to see if are we going to allow this guy to remain in the starting 11 and continue this run of poor form. He's on poor form now for 2 years. It started halfway through the season, the year that we lost the league by 2 points when we bottled it again. He was terrible the second half of the season. We were scoring goals and playing decently to a certain degree in spite of him. He was really the main reason, if you remember, the 2 wide open chances he missed against West Ham in that week where we lost to West Ham, Porto, and Villa, which led to bottling the league. He was dog shit in both of those games. Since that part of the season till now, which has been a solid almost 2 years, he's been shit. He's been shit. He shouldn't be on the team. At this point, I would send him away on loan just to get him away from the team at this point and see. Yeah. But also at the same time, let's also not get carried away with Havertz because, again, it's Kairat. If it earns you a starting spot this weekend against Leeds, cool, we'll see what you do. But if we start you against Leeds and you fuck up and you don't go on to win and we draw or lose to fucking Leeds this weekend, you're immediately revoked. You're immediately revoked.
Yeah. But that's the problem. Like, these fans go on a game-by-game basis, and what you said pretty much epitomise Martin Odegaard in like one sentence. If you've got a Kai Havertz that is beyond finished at this football club, highest earner, well, was the highest earner, now it's Bukayo Saka, of course, another one.
Right.
Even though his ass has been run into the ground. When he is performing better than Martin Odegaard has done in the last 2 years in one half, it's over. It's over. It's beyond over. You know, this ain't Call of Duty. This ain't Battlefield. You know what I'm saying? You don't get the respawns. You can't restart the game. No, it's done. Reset the fucking console, my G. Do you know what I'm saying? Reset the thing. Because my biggest issue with this manager, among many other things, is we know his in-game management is dog shit. We know his lineups are very inconsistent. We know his tactics are very outdated now. But the thing that he has consistently done over this 6-year plus period into his seventh season now is the fact that he will keep playing his favourites regardless of how bad they are and how bad they play. And it costs us. You mentioned, Johnny, what is it, the 23-24 season, right? I always go back to the Aston Villa game because that's still firmly in my mind. You know, we win that game, we might just about get it over the line, innit? He decided to play Kai Havertz as a left 8 when he was playing up front pretty much the whole season when he was fit, and it was working. At that time, because it was his first season, we just bought him in the summer of 23, yeah? It was working. And then he thought, you know what? I'm going to put him back in midfield because I'm such a fucking genius. Yeah? And then what happened? You have fucking Emile Smith-Rowe fed to the fucking Wolves, fed to the Lions and shit. Feed them to the Lions. If you know, you know, yeah? Like, for me, that boy got... Mate, Emile Smith-Rowe, I feel sorry for the kid. Like, I know he's left the club for a little bit now, but like the way he was fed to the Wolves, he was the only man in defence when we got counted. And this manager insists on playing the same way for the past damn near his whole career, bar one season, which is obviously the 22-23 season. And the reason why is because he's so afraid of being countered. How many times have we been countered this season? It's more than I can count on my fucking fingers and thumbs. You know what I'm saying? We got countered against Man United. We even got countered tonight. The shittest team in the fucking Champions League. We got countered. We only won 3-2. This Odeklaps, this Nickinalivingaard, that fucking little useless cunt, bro, yeah? You notice when he brought him on at half-time, the energy dropped in the whole team. You know what he's like, yeah? He's like them weed killers. Do you know what I'm saying? You got weeds in the garden, you spray a bit of that, spray a bit of Odeklaps, killed, done. That's the only job he can do. He's a weed killer. That's all he is, bro. He's a weed killer. I'm convinced. This guy offers nothing, you know, and it's even that bad that I would rather keep Havertz right now, at least until the end of the season, if there was an opportunity to get rid of one just before the end of January transfer window. I'd rather get rid of Odegaard right now because at least with Havertz, he can hold bench. You can drop him out of the squad in certain games when he's not quite fit. And even tonight, it was clear that he wasn't fully fit because there was a ball where it was bouncing. And I thought if he just let the ball come down and control it, but he doesn't have the athleticism in it. Like his hamstrings fucked as well. Not as bad as Bukayo Saka's, but it's still gone. Whereas with Odegaard, like how many fucking touches of a ball do you want? You don't even see that shit at Sunday League level, at schoolboy level, high school level. It's a disgrace. Imagine if I or you, Gianni, or Quadra, if we did that at school, if we did that at Saturday, Sunday League, right? Football, playing in midfield, especially number 10, having multiple touches of the ball and doing fuck all with it. Do you know what would happen, yeah? We get crucified, bro. And the right manager would take our ass out and tell us to hold bench, bro. That's what would happen. And that's what should happen to Nickinalivingaard. But he won't because he made him club captain and that was the worst fucking decision he's ever made at this football club. Not even buying Kai Havertz was as bad. Yeah, it's still bad, but making Odegaard club captain, where it's like, if he drops in, the whole process, the whole facade is gone. It's done. It's dusted because Saka ain't no captain. Declan Rice or Gabriel Man, out of the two, just give it to Declan Rice, bro. He's the only one that fucking cares. He's the only one that will put a shift in, broken toe and all of that. He's the only one that, like, he's one of the best crossers in the fucking world, like set pieces and all of that. Mm-hmm. Got one of the best engines, which is part of the reason why he's not picked up a major injury at the moment. And that, against Inter, where he got that yellow card, and he knew he was going to miss that game. He knew in his mind, he was like, this manager's going to run me into the ground. I'm going to have a week off, mate. Fuck you, Arteta. I'm going to have a week off. And even Mourinho did the same thing. Mm-hmm. And he's nowhere near as burnt out and as injured as Declan Rice is.
Yeah.
Mourinho even decided to take that route. The play, listen, there is disharmony in the ranks, bro. There is tension in the ranks in the dressing room. If you think everything is rosy in the garden, you got another thing coming, people. Yeah, like the players have had enough of this manager. They've even had enough of Airpod Alba. I even said after the Man United game, bun Airpod Alba till the end of the season. I want Patrick Vieira till the end of the season. I'll take Freddie Ljungberg from now till the end of the season. Remember when we had Freddie Ljungberg, right? You remember before we got Arteta, especially that West Ham game, 3-0. We had We had Saka. No, do we have? No. It was Pepe. We had Aubameyang, and I think we had Martin. No.
Yeah, I think it was Martinelli as well. Yeah,
Martinelli on the left.
I think it
and
was
then like kind of, because it was like kind of trying to do what Unai Emery was doing. Like, we're in possession. It was like a 4-4-2, but out of possession it was like a 4-3-1. So Martinelli does a little bit of defensive work, but nowhere near as much as what he's been doing under this manager. You see the difference, bruv. Nico Pepe, like Ljungberg, got this team balling, bruv. He got this team balling because he understands, he knows, he cares. Whereas this fucking fraudulent little slimy cunt, right? Not wanted at Everton because he's not an Everton legend. Rangers, Sociedad, none of them bomber clarks want him, right? What? But yet these fans still put this manager to the highest heaven, bruv. Lord and say, like, get the fuck out of here, man. Jim Jones, Captain Black looking ass motherfucker. Mr. On settings, bruv. Like, no. But we are dealing with forces that we don't understand, people. Arteta being in the position that he is evident of that, bruv. And I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. And if you think I'm overreacting, how about you go fuck yourself? Watch at Leeds. And watch at Chelsea, bruv. I'm watching the game with the Chelsea fan tomorrow. I'm going to the Boozy, yeah? We lose to Chelsea. And where I live, right? Where I live, Southwest, it's a Chelsea area. So it's not in Chelsea, but there's a lot of Chelsea fans where I live, bruv. I was there when we lost the Europa League fucking final. They felt sorry for me at full time. I couldn't believe it, bruv. I was expecting to get mocked. They didn't even do that. It was that bad. I don't want the same fucking shit in the second leg. And we're at home, bro. We're at home. If this manager does what we think he's going to do, what we know he's going to do, what he wants to do, yeah? It's this season fucking goodbye. Because you said it, Gianni. I've said it. We don't win this League Cup. We ain't winning shit this season.
Oh, if he loses, let me tell you something. People are going to say I'm crazy, but if he loses the next two games, if he loses to Leeds and Chelsea, if Napoli doesn't pull the trigger, Arsenal should sack him immediately, pay the fee, and go get Mancini out of Sod. That's what I do.
Yep.
Go get a manager that has won everywhere he's basically managed. He knows what it takes to go and get a trophy out of the way and go and win. If we lose to Chelsea and we lose to Leeds, get rid of him immediately. Hit the eject button. Get rid of him. I mean, that's all I can say, to be honest with you, because at this point, listen, Leeds hasn't lost a game in 10 or 11 games.
The last defeat was Newcastle in January, which was, I think, 3.5 weeks ago. That was their last defeat.
Yes. Okay. So their last defeat was to Newcastle.
4-3,
they're in decent form right now for them. And Ellen Road is a tough place to go no matter what. I mean, we saw them barely lose out to Liverpool in the 3-2, and they fucking went on smoke with Manchester City in that game too. So this isn't a foregone conclusion for Leeds. I'll be honest with you, Chelsea's going to be interesting because I think if Chelsea run that midfield back where it's Reece James, Caicedo, and Enzo Fernandez, the midfield three, that's going to cause us a problem similar to how it was trying to deal with Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes fucking ripped us apart. As bad as people want to say he is, he ripped us apart with the little 1-2s that he was doing all around. So for me, 100% I agree he should have been the one to go to Marseille. Did you see the Ethan goal?
Yes, against Angers.
Yeah.
The one against,
Yeah.
Cold. When was the last time Oda clapped Nickinalivingaard ever did anything remotely like that? You know what his best game was? I'll tell you. I'll fucking tell you. Yeah. Remember when we beat Spurs 2-0 at their gap at the toilet bowl? Yeah, 22-23 season where he slapped it in just outside the edge of their box, innit?
Yeah.
That was the last game where he was. I think he was man of the match as well, and rightly so at the time.
Yeah, he got a goal and an assist that game, right?
Yeah. We won goal and assist, man of the match performance. And it was man of the match performance. How long ago was that? It's going to be 3 years.
3 years.
It's over 2 years. It's nearly going to be 3 years since that fucking performance. And during that time, we've seen fuck all. We've seen absolutely fuck all, yeah? You know, Black Crow, you're absolutely spot on. Nickinalivingaard should have gone to Marseille, bruv. You know, better weather and all that shit. Because if we had Ethan, even tonight, we would have slapped fucking Kairat 7-8. And I even said this as well. When I was watching the game, I was like, if we had Hansi Flick, if we had a Luis Enrique or any competent attacking level manager, right? Yeah, with the players that we've got, and especially with the whole breath of fresh air, new manager bounce and all that shit, we would have slapped these lot 10-0, bruv. Minimum. If we had a proper fucking manager. Hansi Flick definitely would, and a Luis Enrique would. Even a Carlo Ancelotti that's not at the level that he once was would still get a tune out of these fucking players. Arsene Wenger would get a tune out of these fucking players.
Yeah, I disagree with that, Tick. I think Ancelotti's still at the same level. I think it's just the bullshit at Real Madrid, if I'm being honest with you.
Look, don't get me wrong. Don Carlo for me is the greatest manager. Like, the Real Madrid thing, like, is. Yeah.
I think he walks in. This team wins possibly a domestic treble.
Yeah, I agree. I'd agree with that. Yeah.
And with the way that he manages to make it more man management and straighten out the mentality situation, and the way that he cares more about the recovery and how he's very strict on rotation. I think Carlo Ancelotti, if he got the job, he instantly makes us win.
Yeah.
Because I'll be honest with you, I'm a little nervous by these signings that Villa's made. To get Douglas Luiz back, you know, granted, his career at Juventus was not where it was when he was with Villa. And the same thing with the situation with him at Nottingham Forest, he wasn't at the same level. But to get another body in there who potentially can be as good as Douglas Luiz used to be, and the fact that Tammy Abraham, it is what it is, but he was still putting some goals away in Turkey. You never know what kind of a bounce those players can get going to a new team.
He'll perform. Like from now till the rest of the season, Tammy Abraham will perform. As long as he doesn't get injured, he'll turn up. 100%.
Yeah, and that's an issue for us because this is the part of the season where the capitulation might settle in.
Yeah, you know the last game of the season, guys. City at home to Villa. That will be the title decider as long as Fraudetta, as long as Lego Head is still here, and he will be here because the fans don't have the bollocks to get rid of him now. Andrea Berta, I don't know what the fuck he's doing, but he needs to pull the plug, mate. I said after the Man United game, like I went on for 3 hours pretty much. Like this is getting close to 2, but look, it is what it is. I'm cool with that. I said after the Man United game, that this season is still salvageable if we get rid of this manager. No one can refute that logically. No one on this planet, whether you're an Arsenal fan or not, or you support an Arsenal or a Napoli or an Arsenal or a Barcelona, Benfica or whoever else, no one can refute that. This season is still salvageable, even with the injuries that we've got, with the players that we got, period. Just get rid of AirPod Albert now, he's run out of ideas, so he's done. Obviously, Lego Head should never have got as far as he did. Absolute con artist. And get rid of all the other useless fuckers in the backroom staff, innit?
Yeah.
And I hear it with the Roberto Mancini. Now, for me, I wouldn't have. This is where I slightly differ, Johnny. I wouldn't have Roberto Mancini as like a permanent, stay like
end of the season.
Till the end of the season. Yeah, I wouldn't have him for longer than that, because for me, I'm not obsessed with style of play, but with the players that we've got, and that we know that these players will thrive under attacking football. I'm not saying Mancini plays negative football, but he's very much still a pragmatic manager. He just does it way better than Arteta. Even Conte, even at this point now, does it better than Arteta. Even though you guys are like in a bit. Do you know what I'm saying? But I don't want to go down that route of pragmatism. Do you know what I'm saying?
I disagree. I think Mancini is the type of manager that's going to assess what type of players he has and figure out what style is better. Is it pragmatism or is it do you go forward? I mean, let's be honest here. Mancini, when he was the manager of Manchester City, was anything but pragmatic. Mancini at Manchester City, you were lucky to see 3 defenders. It was gung-ho all-out attack with that team. When you look at him at his time with Inter Milan, he became more pragmatic because of the signing of Zlatan Ibrahimovic, and everything had to go through Zlatan at the time for the offense with the players that left Inter. Before Zlatan came, it was straight up open attacking football with Inter. It was just always the craziness with their defense that would always get them in trouble. When you look at him as the manager of Italy, when they won the Euros, up until the injury to Spinazzola, it was the first time you ever saw an Italian team play open attacking football instead of Catenaccio. I think he could come into this team and do a job and really.
He'll definitely do a job. If
you look at the situation of how he played, for instance, look at the Italian national team. The team he played with was a 4-3-3. In attack, that team was a 3-5-2 or a 3-4-3. If you look at the way that Spinazzola got pushed up the left-hand flank, which is what I think would end up happening with Hincapié.
Credits where credits due.
I'm hearing some feedback.
Hang on. Yeah. Go on, John.
If you look at the way Italy played before Spinazzola's injury, before the semifinal against Spain, Spinazzola was nowhere near the back line. It was set as a 4-man back line, but Di Lorenzo, Bonucci, and Chiellini swung it to where they played a back line of 3, and that they basically had the 3 center midfielders remaining in their positions. Insigne cheated in, and Berardi was basically a hybrid of both a winger and attacker, and Spinazzola was just the extra winger. I think you bring Mancini into this team, we go straight up playing attacking football again. One of the problems that I had, and this is something else I wanted to ask you guys, the first goal that we scored, did you notice when the cross came in from Hincapié, why are our fullbacks crossing the ball closer to the center instead of being on the wing? If Trossard is our most prolific goal scorer this season, why is Trossard staying further out wide than Hincapié was on that cross? Wouldn't you think that Trossard should be more center? That way Hincapié has an option ball to where he could lay it off to Trossard. Trossard could either do a link up or take a shot, which we know he's capable of scoring once he gets more central, or crossing the ball from the wing. I just don't understand the player placement when we're in attack. It just looks way too slow and way too over the top.
Yeah, like I don't get it. Like the thing that I don't get the most is that why our fullbacks are further ahead of our wingers, period. And then like centrally, like because since 22-23, we don't really play centrally. Like, and even 22-23, yeah, we'd still play out wide here and there, but we were moving the ball 1-2 touch, very silky smooth and all of that. Prime time, Bukayo Saka, even Martin Odegaard and Martinelli, etc. We brought Trossard in. Jesus was doing bits before he got injured, but it's then after when this manager decided to rush him back like a fucking idiot, then that's when it went to shit. Like, do you know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. But yeah, it's very interesting, like, because yeah, like so you're saying that like Mancini is more like Ancelotti in terms of like, you know, he'll assess what the team needs and then go, yeah, you know, that's fair. I'll give you that.
Bro, you watched Italy back in the day. When Mancini took over in the 04-05 season, his front line was Recoba, Adriano, and I think Zamorano was still there as well. Inter was anything but defensive. Inter was all guns blazing. Inter got defensive because when Zlatan came, Recoba left and the rest of the attackers left outside of Adriano, but everything was then all centralized around Zlatan, and Zlatan's better in a pragmatic system than he is in a forward-thinking fluidity system.
Which is why it didn't work at Barca.
Correct.
Which
is the reason why I'm saying Mancini is going to be smart enough to go in there and realize pragmatism will work only for the defensive side. I got to get the offense straightened out.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm thinking now at this point, like, if Havertz really could do that, right? If Havertz really did what he did against Kairat against the Premier League, why are we not starting Trossard at the number 10 if Eze's not going to do what he's doing? And I personally think Eze can do it. I just think he's not being given the time.
No.
I don't think Eze for some reason is not being given time, because I think he knows that if Eze is given time, Odegaard's out the team. I think he knows that.
Oh, of course. Yeah, it's sabotage, bruv. Like, this manager's sabotaging the whole team. He's been sabotaging the whole club. Like, the things with Eberezer. We saw what he did at Palace. He scored the winning goal last season. He was like their best player. He was their best player pretty much. You know, there were others like Mitchell, you know, that was playing great as well. And talking of Mitchell, right, left back, yeah, because Miles Lewis-Skelly started today. You know, he did all right. It wasn't too bad. But again, it's Kairat. It's Kairat. But we've seen him struggle all season. He struggled last season. Yep. You know what I mean? Like, for me, like, this manager is a talent killer. He's a talent killer. How can you go from FA Cup winner, player of the season for Palace, one of the best players in the league, to absolute mediocre, bang average? And we're only just over halfway through the season. It doesn't make sense. Of course it doesn't make sense. No coincidences, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? This manager will do whatever it takes to protect his favourites and protect himself. The problem is, he's out of time right now. It's over. The gravy train is over. It's done. You're not Tom Hanks, primetime Tom Hanks with Forrest Gump, with Toy Story. Even before that, was it Sleepless in Seattle? Or no, it was Big, wasn't it? It was Big. Even before that. You're not at that level, bro. You're Tom Hanks now. With all the Epstein Island allegations. I won't go into that, of course, but you get where I'm coming from. You're at that level, bro. You're at fraudulent stage, bro. You're at fuckery stage, complete fuckery stage. It's done. Hang your boots up, hang your coat, waistcoat, whatever the fuck you're wearing, and get the fuck out of our club. Piss off. Because I agree with you when it comes to Mancini would get a lot more. Well, any manager will get more out of that. Do you know what I'm saying? Pretty much. Patrick, what do you think Patrick Vieira would do to this team? Yeah? What he would do is he would look at this team, look straight at Odegaard and be like, you are not my captain. You're going to hold bench. We'll sell you in the summer. Period. It's not even a case of, well, you can stay here, collect your wages. I'm not going to play. You can do whatever. No. It'll be a case of pack your shit and get the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Pack your shit and get the fuck out.
Let's be honest, bro. People, the top gooners and all these other people like to have revisionist history, and revisionist history is never the truth. This guy took one of the best strikers of the last generation and made him look average in Aubameyang because he moved him out to the left wing. Like, let's be real here. The whole reason why we're dealing with this bullshit with his belief on how a striker should play is because he didn't want Aubameyang as the center forward. He wanted him moved out to the left wing. And Lacazette, whose best days were long gone by the time he got in charge of this fucking team, was just not scoring goals, and he was fine with it because the season he tried going down the same route of having 4 or 5 guys scoring 10 plus goals a season. Doesn't always work that way, and with his defensive bullshit, it's never gonna fucking work. So at the end of the day, if he loses the next 2 games, Berta better grow some balls and fire him. But we'll see with what ends up happening. But the Chelsea game is a must. Even if we drew or lose to Leeds, the Chelsea game is a must win. If he doesn't beat Chelsea, sack his ass right there on the sideline of the fucking Emirates and move on and go get somebody else.
There will be boos. There will be more boos than Man United. Like, even though our home fans have been moving like fucking bitches for the longest, by the way, but there will be more boos compared to Man United. I guarantee you that. And I don't even believe in guarantees. Do you know what I'm saying? That will happen. And for me, right, with the whole Lacazette thing, you know, I'm kind of half and half, 50-50 Lamar sayings. Yes, Laka was past it. He wasn't as good as he was, you know, under Unai Emery when we got to Europa League final. He wasn't at that level. I hear it. But at the same time, this manager kind of ruined him as well, even though he was on the decline anyway.
Yep.
Every striker he ruins. And then when you have the likes of Eddie Nketiah, Eddie in the room and all of that, the King of Zamunda and all of that shit, do you know what I'm saying? Big up Matty each and every single time, right? Keeps playing him, and he even makes him worse than how bad he actually is anyway.
Yep.
He makes shit strikers even shitter. He makes good strikers bad. He'd make the greatest striker ever in Ronaldo, the real fucking Ronaldo, not CRY7, bruv. You know, like, you're not top of the league, you're not top scorer. Ivan Toney, bad boy Ivan Toney, yeah, who should have been at our football club, 22-23 season and all of that. But
attitude problems.
Yeah, attitude. Underbelly, overbelly, whatever colour thing. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't care, bro. I don't care. That guy, and you notice, because I'm seeing in the algorithms about, like, remembering the All for Nothing documentary, yeah? When Arteta, his team talk was about a fucking tweet that Ivan Toney said about a great kick about with the ball, guys. With the boys, guys. Do you know what I'm saying? Rattled. When you're rattled as a manager, like no other top, even remotely respectable manager would do that. And Eddie Howe wouldn't even do that.
Nope.
Sean Dyche wouldn't do that. David fucking Moyes wouldn't even do that, bruv. Nuno, bruv.
Nope.
Even though they've been getting a few good results here and there, it's between them or Forest in terms of going down. Either way, like, you can take your pick. It is what it is, but it's just like, it's so bad that this manager, without all the money, he's not even League One level, never mind Championship. He's probably League Two at best. What he should have done what even Xabi Alonso did. And even Xabi Alonso took an early jump, a step too far, way too soon. You know, obviously with Real Madrid, he should have stayed at Leverkusen. He knows that now, but he obviously didn't at the time.
I don't doubt him for taking. I don't blame him for taking it, because at the end of the day, it's Real Madrid. If they come a call and you got to go and give it a shot. I think the problem with Xabi Alonso over there was the fact that I think Real Madrid at this current point in time is starting to get very similar to the days of what Chelsea were, when the player power was just too much for a lot of managers. When you look at the period it was with Conte, and then leading into the Maurizio Sarri period,
Mourinho's second time around.
Yeah. That whole era of Chelsea was more player power and causing problems as soon as something went south with the manager, that they would instantly stop doing that. For me, the problem with, and I don't know if you guys saw it. If I didn't text it to you, I'll send it to you over WhatsApp. Aubameyang got interviewed by ESPN in France and said that Mikel Arteta needs younger players because he can't handle big egos. He said that today.
Oh, who said that? What, Nani?
Aubameyang.
Oh, Aubameyang. Sorry, my bad.
Aubameyang.
Yeah. 100%. 100%.
And again, that's part of the reason why I think the player personnel that he has chosen is chosen. But I think there's already kick-ups going on in the locker room.
Oh, yeah. It's been happening since early, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, the way Declan Rice has been looking the last few days, and the way Gyökeres has been more so going after Saka. I think that's a bigger reason why that he's been dropped is because if you look at Gyökeres, the last few games, he's been getting fucking testy with Saka. And if you get testy with Saka, you ain't going to play because that him and Odegaard are his main two guys. And
His love child.
yeah, and if you look at the situation, I don't know if it was 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, but on Aaron's call-in show, Lawrence was talking about the whole reason why Nwaneri got sent out is because he got into it with Odegaard behind the scene.
Yeah.
So, we're already showing about the favoritism and stuff that's plaguing this team. I mean, I'm sorry, man. Roberto De Zerbi gets Nwaneri for one game and says, do what the fuck you want. You're a number 10. Do what you want.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
10. Not a winger, not a touchline winger, even though he can play on the right, but you are a number 10, bro. De Zerbi knows. And De Zerbi is probably, in my opinion anyway, from my perspective, like, because it's not that I never rated him. I always loved the way that he plays in it. His style of football at Brighton, but it's Brighton, isn't it? Do you know what I'm saying? They have that kind of model and all that. We've seen that with this young German guy, whatever his name is. But you know what I'm talking about. Who's been there for yeah. Who's been there for a year or two now. Like, but with De Zerbi, it's like the only thing he's missing is trophies. That's the only thing that he's missing because the way that he plays is the right way. His mindset is on point in terms of how to manage, how to utilize players, start the right players in their right fucking position. The only thing he's missing is trophies.
Yeah,
honestly, if we don't get
Mancini, he would win with Arsenal. If he was at Arsenal right now, he would win a league title with
brother. If we had Roberto Mancini at this point, not Roberto Mancini. If we had Roberto De Zerbi at this point of the season, we walked the league.
Even with Mancini, we'd walk the league.
Yeah. Because
as bad as Conte has been with you guys, he would get a better tune out of these players. I'm not saying it would be
100%. First of all, let me tell you something. If Conte had this crop of players, Conte's 3-4-3 or 3-5-2 would actually work with this team.
It would work.
And I'll tell you this right now. This bullshit of Saka and other guys not feeding Gyökeres would be over after one game. Because Conte's getting in people's faces and telling them about themselves.
Yeah, Odegaard would not be there long at all. He would be shipped off straight away.
Honestly, I think he would get a tune out of Odegaard again. I honestly think Conte would get a tune out of him because there's going to be no place for you to run with Conte, whether you like Conte or not.
And he's not the favorite as well, so he either has to fucking shape up or he can jog on.
Yeah, 100%.
And everyone knows that. Whereas this manager is the epitome of amateur, yeah? Where you have your favorites, like Sunday League, high school, Saturday League, whatever, wherever, however it is elsewhere in the world, over here in England and pretty much all across the UK, and Ireland. It's basically Sunday League. But you know the levels, schoolboy Sunday League, right? You have that coach, and then the son is always picked in the best position, either up front or a number 10. When we know he ain't good, do you know what I'm saying? He's only there because his old man's the fucking head coach, the manager. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what this screams about. Do you know what I'm saying? This is why this manager does what he does. It's amateurish. It's very, very unprofessional. And Igal has the nerve to say that Arteta's not arrogant. He's not narcissistic. What the fuck are you smoking, bro? What is in that shisha, bro?
Bro, the other thing that was worse than that was the one guy saying that I forgot who it was. It was the recent Arsenal roundabout, and I had to turn it off after 20 minutes because I couldn't believe what I was hearing. But they're talking about we should be out here spending another 100 million. What, do you just think money grows on trees?
We're in a fucking recession. Like we're like in a worldwide. Like the dollar ain't what it used to be. The pound is crumbling, bro. Bit like Arsenal Football Club right now, and this manager going along with it and shit. The euro has been shit for years across the board. If you know, obviously, like, you know, being Italian and all of that, like,
Trust me.
Oh yeah, like the currency is fucked.
Outside of that, we haven't sold. This is what I don't get, and maybe I'm more into the financial side of football because it's a big part of Italy right now of understanding why these teams are not succeeding. But the question that I'm trying to figure out is this: we have spent, the only team that has a higher net spend of us of the last 10 years, which includes part of Arsen's time as well, is Man U. That's the only team that's spent more money in the last 10 years than us. We haven't made that much money on selling players. So it's like, okay, if we go out in the market, spend, get players in, we're already having rotation problems because he doesn't want to rotate players. He wants to live and die by his own fucking players. What makes you think spending another $100 million makes any sense, first of all? Second of all, what happens if he does the unthinkable, spends another $100 million and doesn't win the league again? What happens if we get a transfer ban? Now what?
Yeah, like Chelsea got.
We get a transfer ban. We're cooked.
Oh yeah. Under this regime, under this manager, but again, this is why, or part of the reason. It's not the only reason, but I reckon this is part of the reason why Kroenke brought in Berta, because it's that bad financially off the field. The fact that we've never sold well, our highest sale rather, is Alex Iwobi, I believe. Was it 40 million?
35, 40 million.
Similar with Oxlade-Chamberlain as well with Liverpool. That's our highest sale, bro. We've not even breached the 50 point. Like we broke the what is it? Because before Nico Pepe was Mesut Ozil, like 42 million. And then it took what, 6 years? Like about 6 years or so until we bought Nico Pepe, and big up Guns because he broke that first as well before all of the top journos and all of that shit. Do you know what I'm saying? £72 million, yeah? Yes, Raul, Sinelli, think what you like in it, brown envelope, whatever. It didn't work out. But at the same time, we broke our own transfer record before even reaching a £50 million sale in this current climate. It's embarrassing. This manager has devalued, whether you rate these players or not, the Odegaards, the Sakas, even the fucking Kai Havertz and that. We bought Marino for 38 million. Are we going to get our money back? No. Calafiore, 40 million, bruv. Are we even going to get half of that? Especially after tonight? Fuck no. People say, oh, yeah, but Odegaard was a good signing, sensible signing. Oh, what? Because he cost 30 million. You think we're going to get 30 million for him? Now. I don't think we'll get 30 million. Do you know why? Because no one wants his bomber Clark, pussy Clark, Ras Clark. Do you know what I'm saying? No one wants him, bruv. As much as I would love the Saudis to take him, they don't want him, bruv. Because otherwise we would be hearing shit, innit? From last season and even the season before that for Dancho. Even after the 22-23 season. But it's like, it's the same old shit. Bert has been brought in to clean up this mess, which is basically an damn near impossible job. Right, he's brought in Michele in, who was your guy, Diamond Eyes from Napoli, of course. Because now, obviously, we've got Per Mertesacker leaving the youth academy post, so we're going to need another one in there. Like it's an absolute mess. Like everyone at that football club, and even Josh Kroenke now realizes that it's a fucking mess, and Arteta's the fucking problem. But the biggest issue is outside of the fan base, most of the fan base, is that Kroenke is too much of a bitch to do the right thing and sack his bomber club. And now he's leaving it to Berta. And for me personally, I don't know what Andrea Berta's waiting on. Maybe he's waiting on what we do against Chelsea, to see if we beat Chelsea and get to a League Cup final and then win it. And then we'll see if we can win win the league, see how far we get in the Champions League, which under this manager, and especially depending on who we draw against if we get past the last 16, get to the quarters, like from there, if we get the Bayerns, even PSG now, and obviously the Barças, the Real Madrids, Inter, who else? Like there's probably a few other teams here and there, but like it's not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good at all, and I'm just at that point where it's just like, Andrea Berta, mate, like you've been watching this shit show for over 6 months now, right? We lose to Chelsea, you have to pull the plug, bruv. We haven't seen you for the longest, which is fair enough. I'm not against that entirely, as long as you're doing the business behind the scenes. Yes, we've tied up, was it Saka and all of that, protecting the value. Okay, cool. You know, Declan Rice being rumoured for Real Madrid and all of that shit. All right. But now we need action, bruv. We need Andrea Berta, whether we actually see him or hear from him or not, to actually, if it gets that bad, from Leeds on Saturday and then Chelsea on, I think it's Tuesday. I think the 3rd of February is Tuesday. Yeah. After Chelsea, we lose to Chelsea. We get knocked out by Chelsea. He better be there. And I want to see the cameras panned to him, yeah? So that we all know he's ready to pull the fucking plug, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Because we were seeing the hierarchy when before Unai Emery got potted. I want to see the same shit with fucking Lego Head. I want to see Andrea Berta there. I want to see Josh Kroenke there. I want to see Michele there as well. Do you know what I'm saying? I even want to see Garlic there, bro. As useless as his ass is, I want to see them all there, bro. I want to see Garlic Bread. I want to see Kroenke. I want to see Andrea Berta. I want to see our new Italian Diamond Eyes, bro. I want to see them all there at Chelsea regardless. Do you know what I'm saying? I want this manager put in the fucking cauldron if he starts doing, or still, sorry, if he still persists doing that Odegaard fucking bollocks at number 10. Jesus up front. Bukayo Saka on the right, doing fuck all. Starting Martinelli on the left when we know he's an impact player. Even though Trossard was poor against Man United. Do you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Zubimendi playing at DM when we know he's not a fucking DM, bro. Declan Rice should be a DM. I said this earlier, Johnny, before you jumped on stream, yeah? You know what Declan Rice is, right? Declan Rice is an old-fashioned, old-school defensive mid. He's a ball winner. That's what he is. He's not a Rodri. He's not a Michael Carrick. What he does is he wins the ball. He's got good defensive attributes. He's got good enough tactical awareness. And his passing's okay on average. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not amazing. Yes, he can play the long ball, but it's not what we had with Cesc Fabregas, Santi Cazorla, even Haleb. Do you know what I'm saying? And Nasri that could play that ball. Obviously, Mesut Ozil. Dennis the Menace Bergkamp before that. The list goes on. He's not that kind of player. He's not even a Gilberto Silva, bruv. Because Gilberto could fucking play. Declan Rice ain't at that level. But what Declan Rice is good at is set-piece delivery. But first and foremost, numero uno, bruv, defending. Because he started out as a centre-back at West Ham. That is the key. That is the ultimate point. Know who to pick and where to fucking place them, bro. Play players in their right fucking positions, you'll get the results. As long as you don't stink out the joint, we will get over the line. But the thing is, this manager, bro, this manager he is testing my sanity. And I don't have a lot of sanity left, clearly. I'm trying. I really am trying. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. But, yeah, like, mate, it's after Chelsea, we get knocked out, regardless of, like you said, Johnny, of what happens at Ellen Road against Leeds. I will lose my shit. That stream will be generational, bro. I'm not going to lie. I will lose my fucking shit. Like, Guns, Northside, we will all lose our shit. Because I've been saying for months, bruv, for months, the League Cup is number one priority right now. Right here, right now, Fatboy Slim settings. Because then it proves that this team can get over the fucking line and win a fucking trophy.
Yep.
As a unit, as a squad, as a team, bro. We can't get over the line. Even if we beat Chelsea and lose to Man City, most likely in the final, I want his ass on the chopping block. Feed him to the fucking Lions, bro. Feed him to the Wolves. I don't care how brutal or harsh that sounds. This manager has spent over £1 billion fucking quid in over 6 years. Like you mentioned before, Johnny, Inter, Milan, PSG, bro. They all got over the fucking line. PSG especially got the fucking big ears in the end with a proper fucking manager. Oh, but Luis Enrique had the greatest Barca team. He had MSN. He can't do it elsewhere. Oh, you're not saying that now. Oh, hang on. What's that I hear? Oh, you want Luis Enrique when this manager eventually fucks off one way or the other. Oh, okay. I get it now. You want an elite level manager after this manager so that you can say, well, Mikel Arteta built the foundations. Oh, really? Oh, okay. I hear that. But what I'm not hearing, yeah, is are you going to back this manager when we are slightly out of form, when we have a few games that go a little bit awry? Because the new manager will have a few iffy games, whoever it is, with this team, before we even make any signings, that will happen. Are you going to have the same level of backing as you've done with Lego heads?
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, I'll wait. Do you know what I'm saying? Cat Williams settings and all that. Pimp name Slipback and all that shit. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, for me, bruv, like, yeah, just got this manager, yeah, he's on thin fucking ice. And I and everyone else will be under it when it breaks. If you know, you fucking know. If you know, you fucking know. Do you know what I'm saying? I'll be back in a minute. Gianni, Quadra, say your piece. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, take over, innit?
No, I don't disagree with anything you just said. I really don't. I think at the end of the day, if he draws leads, I won't lose it as much, but I'll still be pissed because it'll still leave room for Villa and City to bring the lead down to 1 point. But if he loses to Chelsea and we don't make it to this League Cup final, sack his ass right there. Because we're not getting over the line if he does that. That's my opinion. If we can't guarantee ourselves with what I just saw Chelsea against a heavily injured Napoli team with nowhere near the starting 11 that they should be playing with, the fact of the matter is that if we lose to this Chelsea team because he tries to do some stupid shit again, sack his ass right then and there and do not let him be the manager to finish out the season. That's my opinion. I 100% agree with you. At that point, I honestly don't care who you would get. If you want to run with Airport Albert for the second half of the season and just say fuck it and it is what it is, I'm game for it. But at the end of the, I'm looking for an Ange type sacking right in the tunnel after full. Yeah, like Chelsea to Carlo Ancelotti, same thing. Sack his ass right there. It's not even up for a debate. It's not even up for a debate with that. Not even up for a debate. If we lose this League Cup semifinal to Chelsea, it's about to be peak. It's about to be peak. Because then you know we're capitulating this league.
Yeah, no, I hear it. Like this ultimately, I'll end it with this, right? These next two games will make or break Mikel Arteta. And there's no other way of putting it. Deep down, he knows it. He can spin it however he wants, like a fucking bitch that he is. This will make or break him. Because if he does what needs to be done, and he knows exactly what needs to be done, let's not kid ourselves here that he has no idea what needs to be done. He's just trying to find out new ways to reinvent himself. But he was out of ideas against Man United. So your ball is out the fucking window. Do you know what I'm saying? The glass is shattered. You got to go out there and find it, bring it back, repair the window, and you start again. But this manager don't want to do that, bruv, because he's on £50 million a year.
Mm-hmm.
He's had over 6 years, £1 billion spent, one trophy, FA Cup, not a major, as the top gooners would say. Not a major trophy as well, which makes their case even worse.
And not his squad either.
Not his squad either. So, for me, like, this is, like, I already mentioned before in previous streams, he's gone past the crossroad phase. He's on that path. He is on that path, and he can't deviate from it now if he wants to stay in this job. And that's the thing that's killing him. That's what's keeping him up every night. I know this. We all know this. Because he's at a point where he has to win. Mm-hmm. Kroenke has dropped him in the shit, and rightfully so. And it's long overdue, where he's brought someone in that's actually put pressure on him this season for the first time.
Yep.
For the first time ever, he's actually had pressure in his whole fucking career. He's never had this kind of pressure even in his playing days. Because when he was at Arsenal, he didn't contribute to any of the FA Cup successes, bro. None of them. Not 13-14, not 14-15 when we won back-to-back. And that's the only back-to-back we've ever won, by the way, was FA Cups. A club of the size of Arsenal Football Club should not be content with back-to-back FA Cups, and that's it. We need league titles. We should have already been in at least 1 or 2 Champions League finals with the money spent. So then when we're at this season, we should be like, okay, this squad is ready, go out and win it. And even you, Gianni, we've had this conversation before where we'd be like, you know what, this team is ready, go out and win it. We've had a few attempts, we don't have the heritage, blah, blah, blah. Now it's time to go out and win it. But Arteta's put himself in a position where the only way, and at least in my mind, that he keeps his job is if he wins the Champions League. Because for me, if he wins the league, it will be like, well, about fucking time. Leave now while your stock is high and go wherever and see if you're that guy, bruv. That's it. Whereas if he wins the Champions League, somehow, even though we've been playing better in the Champions League, but I don't think it's going to be enough.
Yeah, but like you said, he's not leaving 15 mil. He's not leaving 15 million a season pay. That's why he won't leave. He's not going to leave because of the amount of money he's getting paid. Let's be real. Plus, who the hell is actually going to hire him?
Yeah.
Like who do you here? Napoli's not going to hire him because we're not paying him anywhere remotely to that amount of money, and we can't afford what's it called? We can't afford to even go that type of a route with what's it called for money spent. So Napoli can't get him. Milan, they can't afford that amount of money to redo a process or anything else. Neither can Juventus. So the Italian teams are out. The only other place he's going to go is maybe another Premier League side.
But even then, like,
I don't think PSG would go after him.
No, Real Madrid are definitely not taking him. Barca won't take him. Atletico Madrid won't take him, and they can't really afford him either.
Atletico would be an interesting one.
Well, actually, I'll take that. I'll take that back. Like they probably technically could because they've been paying Diego Simeone the high wages. But what I'm saying is, would they actually make that appointment knowing that Atletico fans, like, they've got higher standards than most Arsenal fans do? Would they be happy with a Mikel Arteta right now? I don't think they would.
No, I don't think they would either.
I don't think they would, and that's the point. Sorry, Johnny. What were you going to say after that?
No, I agree with you. I listen. For me, I think Atletico Madrid is going to be in a very interesting situation because they sold to new owners to supposedly get more money pumped into the club. So we'll see what ends up happening with Atletico Madrid as far as that. I honestly think that it would either be Atletico or maybe PSG would give Arteta a contract, but I don't think he's leaving. I think PSG would maybe offer it to him only because PSG's been known to do that, to give random managers an opportunity and a chance at that club. But I don't know, because they're saying that Luis Enrique has already said that he wants to leave and wants a new project at the end of the year. We'll see if that's true or not. But I don't know. I would honestly think on the market it would be only at maybe Atletico and maybe PSG. Besides that, I don't think there's another team out there on the market that's going to give him an opportunity. Maybe Bayern, but I doubt that. I doubt Bayern will let Victor.
I think Dortmund would be more suitable if they had the money, but we know they don't have the money. Not 15 million.
And Dortmund wouldn't fit him. He'd get so exposed in Dortmund because that club right now relies on youth players to be able to play.
Yeah.
And getting older players to get on a lower wage so they can straighten their finances out. That club isn't built. I'm talking about a big name club that would maybe be able to do it. I honestly think it would be only PSG. only because of how weak the French division is. Like if Marseille or RC Lens won the league this year and PSG fell, I don't know if PSG wouldn't be out of the realm to try to go and hire Mikel Arteta from Arsenal. I honestly wouldn't know.
Well, they can definitely afford him, like Atletico, but again, it goes back to the fans, and PSG fans are.
Oh no, they're ultra. See
They
again,
are
and that's the other thing. That's the wild card. That's the other thing.
And
This
with
ain't
all the shenanigans from last season as well, with the semis and that.
on top of all that, it's just the ultras, the hardcore fans in England are not on the same level as the hardcore fans in other countries.
Oh yeah, nowhere near.
So
we used to actually be respected, like the fans, in terms of like not even just standards, but more like that we just didn't give a fuck and we'd have it with anyone. Whereas now, and the last, I'd say since the early, not early, I'd say sort of like late noughties, but like tens, and obviously now, pussified. Pretty much like society. And I say fuck society, but that's a whole different other conversation. But you know exactly where I'm coming from with that. Like, for me, we know Saudi are going to take him because,
and that's why I don't know if he could handle Italy, because them ultras across the board would be a motherfucker to deal with some of these performances.
He ain't going there. He's too much of a pussy to go there. Even if, let's say for argument's sake, because you mentioned this before with like Juve, and especially if they didn't have the money issues, like if there was any any team in Serie A basically that would suit him, or that you could see him maybe going, it would be Juve. And obviously you would love that, being Napoli. Even I would love that, because I'm getting on that Napoli wave now. I've got to have another team, guys. I mean, I've got another team in another sport, in rugby, that are very successful, by the way. Treble winners. Do you know what I'm saying? On course to back-to-back premierships, or back-to-back.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, no worries, brother. What phase is Johan van Gran in? Do you know what I'm saying? Went to the Premiership rugby final. Absolute bits and all of that. You know what I'm saying? There will be Six Nations rugby content. I will be doing England match reactions. Let me just check the fixtures. Let me just check the fixtures for that, because they would have definitely been out.
Don't be surprised if Odegaard starts against Leeds.
Yeah, no, he'll definitely start. Yeah, I'm just looking just very briefly, because I wanted to, because as everyone knows, I'm a bit of a rugby head, but especially internationally. I don't watch as much club rugby as I used to, but international wise, like, yeah, I'm on that shit. I'm not gonna lie. So Saturday the 7th of Feb, we're facing Wales. England are facing Wales. Don't know if you can hear this. Well, I'm sure you can hear it in the background. Gianni, your team, Forza Italia and all of that, you're facing Scotland on Saturday. France are facing Thursday. Oh no, I'm just going through just very quickly the was it the Six Nations? So basically like the rugby Euros and that. So you're facing you'll be aware. I know you obviously you're more football and that, I hear it, but you're facing Scotland on Saturday. Was it not this Saturday, next Saturday at I think it'll be at the Stadio Olimpico as well, because before they used to play the old Olympic Stadium in Rome from like 1960. I can't remember the you'll know the one I'm talking about, innit? Yeah, you face Scotland, we face Wales. The following week we face Scotland, you face Ireland. When's the England? Oh yeah, so Italy face England, and it will be. I think it's the 7th of March. I think might be a Sunday actually, and it will be in Italy as well. Probably, yeah. So that'll be an interesting game, because I tell you what, one thing I do know, you might be aware, but like, yeah, Italy have got a lot better since they first entered that competition. Yeah. You've actually got some proper players. The only problem is, it's just like, because of the way. Because even Jez has mentioned it about why can't football follow certain rugby formats, and they should, because I understand and know the rugby format, but with with Rugby Italia or Italian rugby, basically, like you've had like some foreign players to bolster it in the past, but you've actually got a good crop of young players that have actually done well at youth level as well. The only difference is like, can you actually get to a point where you can win a Six Nations title? Like if you can win like the championship, it's tough, man. It's fucking tough because England have always had the players, but again, a bit like Arsenal and obviously the FA compared to like with the RFU, it's two peas in a pod. It's not the talent, it's the fucking management, it's the board and all of that. It's the structure. Whereas with you guys, it's like you've struggled with talent, but you've always had one or two, like Dominguez and Troncon and all of that. Like
Troncon was my guy. He was
Troncon's a G. He was a fucking menace, bro. Diego Dominguez as well. That Argentine-Italian combo, and obviously you'll know, was it Sergio Parise, innit? Like one of the best. For me, he is probably. I know rugby has had some great number eights, mainly from the Southern Hemisphere. We've had a few good ones as well, but Sergio Parise, as a player, could do everything, bro. If he wasn't in that Italian team, he would be lauded up as one of the best by far, and he kind of is anyway. But because being Italy, like harder to win, you know, like the World Cup, and then obviously like the Six Nations, like the European Championships, like it's tough because Ireland are very strong. The only team that you should beat for sure is Wales. Wales are dog shit, man. They've been like their governing body has shafted them royally because even Scotland have got better now. Like they've come, and then obviously France, you know, they lost their identity. See, rugby and football, they're so different, but they're so alike in so many ways. Identity, heritage, style of play, talent with the right structure, that combination breeds success. Look at the All Blacks, look at New Zealand. They're not as good as they used to be, but they're still always up there. Why? Heritage, bro. Heritage. The Wallabies, Australia, lost a bit of that, but now they're gaining it back. They were playing some horrible rugby. Now they're playing like free-flowing rugby, moving the ball about, kicking it about and all of that, you know, from their like Aussie rules and rugby league background. They're class. South Africa are the best team on the planet. They're fucking... Have you seen, like, there are some of these fucking kids that they've got coming through the box setup, innit? Like the South African setup. These guys are fucking monsters. You know what I'm saying? You know, obviously, there's some rugby players that have gone on to NFL, innit? Like Lewis Rees at the Dolphins. Then he came back to Wales because there's like Rugby World Cup next year, and then you've got the Lions tour to New Zealand, basically Britain and Ireland against, you know, touring the Southern Hemisphere in that in 2029.
A lot of kids are starting to get involved with rugby now. In America because of all the CTE shit with American football. They're trying to start out with rugby now to get used to the physicality before they start putting the helmets on and hitting each other in the head.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I gotta jump off, guys. I just got a call. I actually got to go back into work because it's
no worries, brother.
It's
been an
cold
absolute
here in Chicago.
Maybe what is it, Johnny? I don't know when you're going to set your channel up, but when it comes to Italy, England, if you want to talk a little bit about that, we'll talk about football as well and a few other things. But if you want to do something like that, yeah, just drop me a message in it.
I was supposed to drop content today, but got backed up because of work. Was hoping it was going to be an easy night, but it's not. It's just cold, man. It's been negative 15 degrees Celsius here for at minimal for the last like 10 days.
Yeah.
So man. It's cold, man. Yeah. So big up Quaja, big up Natster. Nat, always appreciate it, man. Quaja, always good talking to you too, bro. Have a good rest of the day, guys. I'll probably see you before the end of the week, but big up to you guys.
Yeah, I'll see you at Leeds, mate. Leeds away, bro. You know what I'm saying? Big up, Gianni. Always a pleasure. Never a chore. I'm going to wrap it up because I've been here way longer than I planned. But Quaja, my fucking G, yeah? What have you got coming up? Drop your socials and all of that good shit.
To be honest with you, there's nothing really. I'm just going to look at what the top news said about, you know, today's win against Kairat. That was just one of the most boring games you've ever seen from us. And who knows, Nesta, it's our first win of the year. First home win of the year. You haven't even got a home win, and today was the day we got a home win. Feels great though, but honestly, that second half was just an absolute joke. We should be walloping them 5-0, 6-0. We can't do it because this manager decided, you know what? Let me bring on my Odegaard just to show you. Let's see if he can prove the doubters wrong. He hasn't even proved my doubters wrong, mate. The guy was trash. Even if he was playing the 8, he would not be good enough because you get bullied in midfield. I guarantee if he was in the 8, he would get absolutely bullied in midfield because he's so weak. If you want to have a number 8, I'd get a physical number 8 because he ain't physical. The amount of times I saw him getting the ball, the guy was passing sideways on the right, on the left. He was average, bro. I'm sorry, Nasta, but he was one of our worst players on that pitch. But yeah, listen, nothing I'm gonna do. I might post something on shorts on my YouTube channel. I posted one YouTube shorts already. I uploaded a little video on shorts. If anyone wants to check it out, that'll be fine. But all in all, now it's just a Leeds game. Just need to figure out what Arteta needs to do because I think we might stink out a win. But however, they play a low block as well, 3-5-2. That's going to be a tough way for Arteta to break it down because we all know what Lego Head does. You can't even break any low block. Couldn't do it against Sean Dyche. And if we somehow scam our way to an own goal or a set piece, it's not looking good, bro. It's still a huge concern because we are 17th from open play, Master. Imagine 17th from open play. That's concerning. That is not a title-winning team. I'm sorry. If you want to be a title-winning team, you've got to score from open play and a few set piece goals. But you have to score more from open play. I'll end it on there. Great show.
Yeah, big up, Quadra. Big up. Make
Big up,
sure you like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you will never ever miss when I go live and direct and in full effect or when I upload the next video. Either way, it's been a lit fucking show over 2.5 hours, 10 live peak viewers. Much appreciated to each and every single one of you motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Mad love and respect, of course. And now we move to Leeds United away at Ellen Road. It's not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good at all. And there will be Six Nations rugby content, for damn sure. I probably need to do I'll probably mention a few things with Bath as well. So yeah, it is what it is. A lot got planned. I will have other things in the pipeline, as you know. I will get around to it eventually. You know what I'm like, people. But yeah, all the best. Take care. Stay true to yourself and peace out. Nickinalivingaard
Out.
out, bruv.